Hello and welcome to Zelda Speedruns. Tonight is the 8th qualifier for Season 2 of the randomizer. And I'm now going to hand it off to our two commentators here, and GT Angel and Jason Aralani.
Hello, I'm GT Angel.
And I'm Jason Aralani.
And yeah, qualifier 8. This will be the halfway point once we finish.
Woo! Halfway!
I think we're just waiting for a couple more. 3 people, I think. We should be starting pretty soon. And yeah, and for anyone that's done all 8
Currently
races,
have
I don't
4
know
remaining.
but that includes the bot. Yeah, so the IRC has a bot that kicks you out if you try to sign up and you're not streaming. And sometimes it doesn't realize you're streaming, so it kicks you out anyway.
What a jerk.
But yeah, if anyone's done all 8 races after this, then they won't have any more score that counts. I mean, they can still race, but it's only
Yes.
only the first
Yeah,
8
fun.
races you do in the qualifiers that actually count.
It's gonna be exciting. Let's see what happens with this one.
Yeah, so we're watching Sea Falcon, What the Hell's Happened, Dotso, and Rob Dog. So, lots of good runners, and for Rob Dog specifically, I'm hoping the seed has some weird logic, because he's known as like the resident logic whisperer. He figures out all the weird logic when you like read a hint and you're like, that makes no sense whatsoever.
And he's just like, I got it.
You'll get like a Way of the Hero hint for like a location that has like nothing as far as you can remember, and it's like, oh yeah, it's like to get that one Skulltula. And you're like, well, and yeah, good.
Cool.
Hope everyone has fun.
Gotta love this this start menu jingle.
Yeah.
Playing on repeat.
What
What a lovely tune.
It's a solid start menu song.
Of course. And it's classic. I mean, you can't beat it.
So another thing to mention, they start with the Shadow Medallion, which I consider tied as the second best medallion. Tied with Spirit, obviously. They do the same thing.
Not a bad medallion to start with, but, you know.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the God start is the Force Medallion, so you get that free song as soon as you go adult. So the icons at the top of the screen is just the hash for the file. So you just use it to make sure everyone has the same hash, so no one got the wrong seed or something. And some people like to divine the secrets of the seed from the hash. Like for this one, obviously it's Trading Quest and Deep Fire and Full Clear of Water and Jabu Jabu. Obviously.
Clearly. It can be nothing else.
Oh, we're gonna begin.
And 10 seconds.
So do you think there's gonna be anything useful in Mido's house?
Anything useful? No, but there'll be an amazing item on the Kokiri sword chest.
I'm gonna say there's something that's not required, but looks good. And nothing in the sword chest. That's my prediction.
Alright, well now we get to see what happens. Starting off with an ice trap at Mido's house. A Deku Nut. Piece of heart. And piece of heart. Alright.
So my prediction's wrong.
And piece of heart in the Kokiri sword chest. They're getting a lot of love to start
So
with.
that's 3 pieces of hearts. And yeah, Rob doing the top-down view in the house. Well, we don't know if this will be a healthy seed yet. We started healthy, but, you know, they might just never find another piece of heart.
Permanently on 3 hearts for the rest of the game.
That's actually one of the, like, secret drawbacks of freestanding models in 4.0, is that you just end up skipping a lot of random hearts.
Unless you're me and you have no faith in your own abilities. It's like, I need all the health I can get.
I mean, I'll remind you, I rolled the seed. This is not my 3rd seed roll, and neither the other 2 were below 3 hours.
Well,
Well,
there's gotta
here
be a
we
first time
go.
for everything, right?
Calling it right now, hour 30, it's going to be possible.
I mean, we've had a crazy seed like that before, I think.
I think I was commentating for that scene. It was great.
It was like I remember like one of the first 4.0 seeds was like crazy fast, and like another one was also really fast, like right after it. And those were like the first 4.0 seeds we had done like on the weekly, so everyone was like, "What the heck is this?"
They're all worried that it was going to be a like this is the new norm. Is they're all going to be like sub 2, sub 3 hour steeds.
Rob's actually deciding to farm some money, so probably gonna do Deku Tree first. The nicest thing about doing Deku Tree first by farming money is that it makes your starting route consistent. You don't have to like vary things up.
Meanwhile, everyone else decided to head out into the field.
Fishing immaturity gives a blue rupee.
So adult fishing is dead. And another piece of heart! Look! We found it!
4 hearts confirmed.
And making their way over to Gerudo.
Yeah, this is kind of centralizes the most standard opening.
Mm-hmm.
Check Mido's house, check the sword chest, check Mido's house. Go to the South Grotto, go to Gerudo Valley area.
Ooh, Graveyard Way of the Hero. On Rob Dog's stream there.
And yeah, I mean, the big reason for this is it's like a few orphan checks that are really hard to get any other way. And you can do a kind of most things on one pass. The only thing you miss is the 2 Bomble Grottos in the south of Hyrule Field, the one to the scrub and the one below a boulder.
True. Frogs 2, I think, was just a piece of heart on that other Gossip Stone. And fire arrows. Except
Nope.
not.
You're a fool. And Gatto loses his chicken.
Oh no!
That's the real danger of this. It makes you lose your chicken.
Oh, they all did not make it. None of them made it.
That's an item no one's checking for a while. Oh man. I
This
hate
might be
chickens so
better
much.
than the full hook shot.
Sacred Forest Meadow. So it's Graveyard and Sacred Forest. It's Way of the Hero.
So
And
that's
Trolley Fire Arrow.
2 songs and an item check in Sacred Forest Meadow. Yes, this is what Trez does whenever people say Zooter.
Oh.
He summons ice traps.
Setting Scarecrow song to the Goron Lullaby from Majora's Mask. That's actually kind of cool.
forget if he's the only one that's done that, or if it's like I forget if someone else has done that, or if I just like always like see it and think, oh, that's interesting, but it's always just him.
Oh, Death Mountain Trail, Way of the Hero.
So that's 3 of our 4 Way of the Hero hints already.
Not a bad start.
So yeah, fishing being available without a sword in 4.0 is a large reason why this kind of route became so popular. Because it used to be you kind of isolated child fishing, and I mean it was always like hard to get in anyway. But doing
Especially
this
when
route
you
kind of
found out that you
isolated
needed
that.
it.
Yeah, but now that you can fish without a sword and get a bloopy for your trouble,
You know,
so
spend
much.
more money, get less money.
And then the hint stones kind of I think also seal the deal because you can get those 2 hint stones in Lake Hylia, or 3 I think.
I haven't noticed anything of excitement on Rob Dog in the Deku Tree. Just a lot of money. He got his 4th Beast of Heart in there too, so.
I did not actually see what the underwater bottle was. Did you?
I did not.
I'm sure our runners have an idea of what it is.
Might still see it on Dotso's stream here in a second. Oh, adult wallet for Rob Dog.
Ooh, and Rob's doing flame storage. So, if you put away your stick and as it's being put away, it goes through the fire source. It kind of is lit the next time you pull it out. So it saves a bit of time here, because you can just pull out your lit stick.
Dotso's showing us underwater here. I
Bloopy?
couldn't see what that was. It looked like a bloopy. It was something blue.
And yeah,
That's
with
my
flame
color
storage.
blends.
Oh, yeah, it was definitely blue. It looked like.
Okay.
And yeah, flame storage. It has a few little time saves like that one in DQ, but the biggest thing it does check-wise is it lets you get the chest in the composer grave as a child with just sticks.
Makes it easier.
Well, not easier. It's harder. But it lets you do it without magic and a fire source.
Trying to fool all the new people who don't know things.
So, child archery, just a red rupee.
Oh, hook shot for Rob Dog.
Well, that's a good piece of information to get from the Deku tree.
Right there at the very end.
And that is quite likely required. Unfortunately, it's just a stone, so... Ooh, Ocarina of Time is Epona.
So you need Saria to get the mirror shield. And Nocturne is an ice cavern.
See, it's interesting how, like, the early adult play has kind of gotten some more popularity, largely because I think because of those hint stones. In fact, you can get those 4 hint stones on the way and kind of have a better plan. Because it feels so bad to go check those hint stones as a child and then, like, leave as a child.
Mm-hmm. Dotso going... Oh, Shadow Temple, Way of the Hero.
That is our last Way of the Hero.
And we're also getting the pedestal check here. So they're doing mostly medallion dungeons today.
Well, they hope. Did you mean mostly adult dungeons?
That's what I meant.
And that was the spinning Goron pot is just a red rupee, I think?
Yeah.
Oh, oh yeah, Rob, I think, skipped the whole South Grotto route, didn't he? Did I just miss
Yeah.
it?
He went directly to Hyrule Castle.
Which makes sense. When you finish the Deku Tree, your time of day is set to noon, as opposed to like the start of the day.
Mm-hmm.
So the time of day doesn't actually work out for the full route. 360 no scope. Skulltula down. So what the hell and Falcon both in adult Kakarika right now? What the hell picking up a single DQ stick for his trouble? I think it's a single DQ stick. It might be more. And a red rupee.
Opting to grab the red rupee instead of just leaving it alone.
Well, it looked like he just kind of ran into it without looking.
Ow.
You do that sometimes where you're like, I'm just running to this item because it's faster than like stopping and looking.
Oh, ZL right there in the windmill.
Good song to find. And given that Nocturne's an ice cavern and they need Saria's song, might end up getting a lot of songs.
Mm-hmm.
I think that, yeah, Spirit's a medallion, right? Yeah. So Rob actually decided to check the hint stones, but then do the rest of his child stuff.
For reasons. For reasons that only Rob will know.
So remember, Graveyard is Way of the Hero, so one of the items, What the Hell Happened, is checking is probably going to be required. Although there's a good chance it's the song in Composer Grave. Oh, Din's Fire. Never mind.
And there could be more there. But
Yeah. What? Way of the Hero does not mean there is one. It means there is at least just a purple rupee on the crate, though.
Vmon in the chat saying this seed is being nice. That means trouble ahead.
Normally I would say that, but it's also possible that with Rob on here, the seed's just going to be super straightforward and easy. Just so we can't have any like weird logic for him. No, Epona's is on Ocarina of Time. And yeah, sometimes finding a Baron hint early can be helpful. Like, I remember one time people found, I think it was Gerudo Valley as Baron in their, like, early route. And then they were like, okay, we just do, like, Hylia stuff then, but it, like, messed everyone up. Or, like, messed up the routes.
So Richard provided that wonderful Hylian shield. What the hell's is doing Dompe's race, and Falcon often to go straight to the Composer Grave.
Yep. Shadow was Way of the Hero this time. Finally, I feel like I've seen a lot of Shadow Barons in like recent.
We haven't actually seen a Baron hit yet, so be interesting to see what those ones are.
Rob just had a Frogs 2 hint stone. I didn't see what it was though.
It was a piece of heart.
Okay.
Oh, Prelude in the Composer Grave.
Well, it's useful to find Prelude now because it's before your child one. Definitely benefits going adult early.
But he did not have a stick.
Well, it doesn't matter if he has a stick.
Oh, true. That's right. I remember these things.
Adult hands are too big and strong. Puny stick break like twig.
Just a rupee there under the box. And there's only 2 other checks left in Graveyard that they haven't seen yet. There's the chest here in the Composer Grave, and then there's the Sun Song chest. So far, Din's Fire has been the only thing in Graveyard that they've required.
Yep. Although you definitely know Din's Fire is required, because Shadow's Medallion.
Indeed.
No skull hints yet. Ooh, Falcon almost getting knocked back through that door. He could have gotten crushed. So that's a feel bad when it happens.
Just kind of like stop for a second. You're like, why? Why did this happen?
So Rob doing the normal 3-song route. We'll see what he gets from Malin. After these chickens, of course.
And Cubs making the prediction of long shot on 50 skulls. With Toxic saying Boomerang will be on 40.
Apparently there was a seed Rob found a while ago where there was exactly 40 skulls in logic to get your bomb bag, and then like exactly 50 in logic to get your boomerang.
That bow would have been great with those trolley fire arrows.
So the bow is the good item to find. That is a required item. I mean, there could be more bows, but you need the bow.
The bow is your friend. Love the bow. Treat the bow with respect.
I think the stream's also using Sea Falcon sound, but his low heart sound is Zelda gasping.
Yes.
Ooh, Rob picks up Minuet from Malin.
Not a bad find at all.
That is a really good time to find that song. You can go to the silo, you can play Minuet.
And with Sacred Forest being required, it'll be interesting to see what's there.
There's actually 3 items in the graveyard. I just remembered Child Dompe digging.
Oh, that's right. What the hell's opting to buy a shield?
And Rob not opting to pick up that Deku Nut.
Oh, poor Dekunut. It'll just
Could've
sit there forever and
Could have been
ever.
an upgrade.
Song of Storms on the Saria check.
Oh no. There is a 4-letter word.
I didn't
That has
see what that
a-
was.
Zora's Fountain is barren.
Oh, okay. I saw Zora's Fountain, but I didn't see what else it said. "50 Skulls is dead. Just a blue rupee.
Rip the hopes and dreams of all you sadistic people in chat.
And
30
30
is also
Skulls is a
dead.
purple. Not sure yet about 40, though. 40's still up there. Oh, 40 Skulls is dead.
Well then. And Rob, remembering the Song of Storms grotto, I have way too many times like gone into Lost Woods and then immediately left to go pick up this grotto. Ooh, what the hell? Just found some bomb chew.
Not
Not
bad,
see
not
where
bad.
exactly that is.
A grotto of some sort. Oh, Zora's River.
Oh, that's very good.
And
Ooh,
also buying a Hylian shield.
It's a 20-pack of bomb chews. Don't need to worry at all.
Bigeron crafts Nehru's love. So unless you really, really want that item, you don't have to
Yeah.
worry about Bigeron.
Fun fact, Nehru's Love in quad damage and one-hit KO mode can be Way of the Hero. In regular settings, I don't think it can be, though. Hey, maybe if they happen to find, like, Claim Check right next to... what's it called?
You never know. Falcon just longingly staring at Malin from a distance. And showing off some wonderful sword trails.
Yeah, there's a couple places where one-hit KO... Like, I know Scrub Sanity. I think you need to be in one-hit KO for it to Nehru's Love to matter in Scrub Sanity. If you're wrong. But I think there's, like, a climb through the crater that requires Nehru's Love in one-hit KO, and, like, I think the Skulltula in Spirit Temple, like, you might not be able to get past it or something. You know, I think it's when you have to jump to grab the
Oh no!
token.
So, Dotso's just about to go get his free Hylian shield after paying for one.
Oh no. You shouldn't. You can't pay it. I don't think anything was in the Storm's Grotto.
I think it was a piece of heart.
So it looks like Rob's now doing his South Grotto route. Interesting way of doing it.
I mean, he might be able to find out what that other item in Gerudo's Valley is.
Maybe. He has sticks. He can do the recoil strat.
Meanwhile, the other three are headed out to go see Zelda.
But yeah, not gonna lie, one of my favorite changes with the freestanding items is that in the Gerudo Valley and in Zora's River, if it's not something you need to pick up, you can just keep your chicken and say, screw it, I'm not playing this game.
Unless, it's like Gerudo's Valley where it's a trolling item.
Well, yeah.
Which causes you to causes you to lose your chicken.
You might be able to mash. I think you can mash fast enough and still pick it up. And what the hell's happened? Just getting a piece of heart for his castle fairy.
He's the only one that was able to check it because he's the only one that had the bomb choose.
What is Datsu doing? Oh, he's waiting for Talon. I was like, why is he not pushing these any further?
Red Panda Fan just asked with the thing about the D-pad. So in 4.0 they added some changes to it, so now you can press down on the D-pad to automatically pull out your ocarina. It also adds the hover boots and the iron boots onto there as well. And Rob's a fool!
Get the chicken, Rob.
Nope,
Rob
lost the chicken.
But he can do recoil strats.
Success? Success!
The power of sticks! Sticks.
And we'll also get to see what this hint is, too.
Yep, sticks. One of the items that is immensely useful that you didn't realize was good in as a child. And ooh,
So
Kiri
nothing in
Forest is
Kiri
barren.
Forest.
Would have been nice to know a lot earlier.
He's like, well, that helps me.
So what? That's like Mido's house in the sword chest, and then like the Storm's Grotto.
Oh look, free Deku Shield.
Of course, it's the Deku Shield. Of course. Like you could have had me.
I was really hoping that it was going to be like a really good item that they would have to route their way back into it.
So I think we've seen. Wait, no, we haven't seen Kakariko Kakariko chickens, which Dotso's doing right now.
The Boulder of Destiny was hiding a piece of heart. Oh, and Falcon messed up on the chickens.
That's a shame. Fun fact, the chickens you pick up, you can Z-target. So if you can't Z-target a chicken, it means you haven't picked it up. If you can Z-target it, you've already picked it up. Don't waste your time on it.
Oh, good to know.
Also, if you shield drop one of the special chickens, it just falls through the floor. Gets out of your way. It's because they do that like fly away animation, I think, but like they don't have collision or something during it. So if you shield drop it, they don't know what else to do. And yeah, Baron hints can be kind of weird. Chat's talking about how the hands for the Spirit Temple are actually part of Desert Colossus.
Oh, there's another free Hylian shield for Dotso.
Aren't there like only 2 of them?
Well, they found both of them. I know there's a few Deku shields, but yeah, I think there might only be 2 Hylian shields.
So with the bow and the hook shot, assuming you do Deku, you can do Forest Temple already?
Yeah, that means Rob could go straight over there. And he's got Minuet too, so he
Well,
can
Rob
just
has to
head
go
straight
down
over
first.
there. Yeah.
What the hell's happened to the other one who's found any explosives yet? And yeah, the ice traps, there's 6 of them, and they just freeze you and do some damage, and you can mash out of them. And those are in the base game, so they're in the randomized item pool. But with the freestanding models, what they did is, if an ice trap is a freestanding item, it takes on the appearance of a random major item.
I think what the hell's happened forgot that he had Minuet.
Dotso got Sun Song from somewhere.
Sunsong was Zelda's Lullaby.
So yeah, that fire trap was an ice trap that was disguised as a fire arrow. Tells you that you're a fool and freezes you.
Looks like what the hell's is heading into Deku Tree here in a bit. So he'll be getting that hook shot there at the end.
While Dotso's collecting some skulls. And yeah, if you play on Shop Sanity, where items are in shops, ice traps are in the shop will be spelled incorrectly and stuff. So you might have Dawn's Far. I mean, I don't know exactly what the misspellings are, but I hope it's like Dan's Fire.
Dan's Fire.
Oh, it's a random 2 vowels, apparently. So it could be like Dan's Fair. So Dompe digging.
Sticks!
Upgrade. Not the most useless. Like, it's not a required item, but, you know.
So far, Dins is still the only thing that they found required in Graveyard, but we might see something else here with Dotso.
Yeah, so Dotso can do flame storage now that he's here.
Because he's a child.
I think he already got the song here, so he's only here for the flame storage.
Yeah, the grave was already broken.
So the flame storage you have to do here is a little tricky, just because if you go too far, it like unloads the flame. So like you have to pull it out and then side hop the rest of the way. Ooh, and Requiem of Spirit on Minuet location. Rob Dog showing that to us. And then he's immediately going to go check that song location.
And slingshot.
Well, that is a logically required item.
Yeah.
I mean,
For,
there's more of them, so that one might not be Way of the Hero, but you need it for Goma, and you need Goma for a hookshot,
Mm-hmm.
and we do need to do water, so...
Oh, and he'll get the last check here too, because he's Sun Song.
So if you like accidentally do a glitch that's not allowed, as long as you don't get benefit from it, it's usually fine. I think someone like clipped through the web in Deku Tree once, and they just waited a while at the bottom to make sure they didn't gain any time from it.
And it was Serenade from Desert Colossus.
Not a useful song to find at this point.
And
I mean-
it was Piece of Heart for the other graveyard check.
I'm surprised Rob Dog's not just doing Forest Temple right now. I feel like it's smart to do Forest because you can full clear it. And you know it's required, so you might as well.
Looks like he's doing some Kakariko
Strength.
checks first.
Strength. I always forget Strength and Forest. Thank you, Chad.
I forgot that one too. I was doing a multi-world and I got really excited because I could do forest, and then I realized that I got to those blocks and I couldn't move them. I was
I
like,
feel so sad.
darn it! I can't finish forest. I was like so excited that I could finish forest. And then I
Yeah.
couldn't.
And yeah, Hookshot was on Goma. Chat was asking. So yeah, Rob's doing the normal Kakariko.
And yes, there was a hint saying Nocturne of Shadows and Ice Cap.
Yep, which does mean that we need to find the letter. Which is not fun when you have a stone Jabu. So then you're like, do I? I do want King Zora to have the letter. I always want to see a purchase Blue Fire Seed. So yeah, we're kind of just seeing overlap right now, although Dotso does have the Skull Mask now. He's been doing that part of the trading quest. So he did the, like, go child, go Kakariko village first and get Skull Mask that way.
It looks like Rob's stream is crashed. Or at the very least, it's buffering.
Have to refresh, I think. Or it might just be down.
Well, it looked like a refresh worked, and then it died, so, yep. Rip. I was warned!
Oh,
Oh,
he's back.
it's back!
The extra
Just
delay
in
might
time
have been
for
the
him to do
recrop.
Shooting gallery.
And yeah, we were warned beforehand that Rob's internet is questionable at best.
So now what the hell says that hook shot? And Rob is finishing up adult shooting gallery to get arrows. Shoot some arrows to get some arrows.
I guess the guy only knows how to make arrows, and he was like, "Oh shit, I need a prize. Here, these things."
Sounds legit.
So I'm trying to think of where the next like progression that makes sense is. I think maybe going up and trying to check the crater. You could
And
do.
Death Mountain Trail is Way of the Hero.
Yeah, I mean, ideally you'd get the bombs from Zora's River, and then you could do a bunch of other stuff, or bomb chews.
Mhm.
But if you don't do that, I think going up like the trail into the crater makes sense. So bottle with blue fire is not considered a progression item because you could waste it.
Oh, actually, we know that there's nothing on King Zora because Zora's fountain is barren. Or, sorry, fountain is different than domain.
That's
My
right.
bad. Don't mind me. But that means they don't have to sink down all the way to the bottom.
So trying to keep track of where everyone is right now. Rob Dog's doing his adult Kakariko stuff. He did all his child stuff already. Dotso's in Lost Woods as child, doing Skull Mask right now actually. That'll be a new check. hell?
What the hell's this getting the new checks with the bombs, too?
Yeah, what the hell, making good use of his bomb juice to do all his checks.
And getting Kokiri sword!
Not an item that matters for these runners. Technical logic for Dead Hand in the way. But the runners can do it with Broken Stick for sure. But really, I want to see Skull Mask.
Deku Shield.
Not a valuable mask today.
I mean, he didn't have one, I don't think, so at least it was a free shield.
Save some money.
Since, you know, he got 2 free Hylian shields after buying one.
So can Falcon get the 1 cycle and Goba?
Yeah.
Ooh, he goes for the 1 nut 1 cycle. And gets it. And oh god, I don't understand how these people get sub 50 Dampe times.
Clearly they're sorcerers. I'm lucky if I can just barely make it under a minute. And so here's another Sacred Forest check.
It's just a bloopy.
Alright.
So it's definitely one of the songs is Way of the Hero. And what were the songs? There was Storms and what else? Requiem.
Requiem, yep. So, Storms could be the required one if Well is needed, and Requiem, we know that they need to go Spirit, so
Yeah, so we don't know which one of those is required just yet.
could be both. Just
Yeah,
a
like I
lot
feel
of
like I do
overlap.
well in Dampe, and then like I get there at like 56. It's like I felt like I did really well this time. What the heck?
Oh, there's Rob getting 48, so...
I remember when I first got into Rando, I didn't know about the void out trick for Dompe's grave, so I just had to save warp out.
Oh.
It made it much slower.
Oh, we're getting some Goron City checks here. At least something.
Yeah, what the hell, making full use of these bomb chews. And when you come here as a child, you even get a Skulltula. It's so nice finding the 20 pack of bomb chews. If you had like 5 bomb chews, like you could save scum this maybe.
Hey, ice arrows.
And a full heart container.
More life. Also, I love that he just used the stick to kill it when he also has the sword.
You just forget about the sword when you run Rando enough. Like, it's not
Well,
a thing.
he purposely went in and equipped the sword.
Yeah, but you don't remember it in the moment. You're just used to like Skulltula. I have sticks. So, Song of Storms Grotto outside Goron City. What's here? What's here? Bomb bag!
Ooh.
That is very useful. Ocarina of Time song is Epona's song today. But yeah, bomb bag means a lot of stuff is opened logically. I mean, what the hell already had his bomb shoes, but you know.
Which means Rob is about to get it too, because he's right in that same spot. Oh, the Stone of Agony.
The wonderful paperweight.
Clearly that was the required item, right?
Definitely.
Heart piece was actual heart piece. They call it the Stone of Agony because it's just like, oh, I just picked it up.
I mean, it used to be a terrifying item to find. Like, what it used to do is so all the like difficult checks that you're guaranteed hints for, you used to, if Stone of Agony is required for hints, then Stone of Agony is logically required for those difficult checks to be in logic.
Mm-hmm.
But now that Stone of Agony isn't used for hints in the settings we use, it doesn't matter.
I like the idea of possibly renaming it and just saying, you got a paperweight.
I mean, in theory, it has its vanilla use of vibrating whenever there's like a hidden grotto beneath you or something.
Rob Dog doing the first dip into the Dongos.
Just finding a duplicate way of the hero hint. And yeah, chat's mentioning token sanity. Makes you learn all the random stuff in dungeons you didn't realize. Like, I always especially remember the Skulltulas in Dodongo's cavern. There's like random scarecrow that you can like hook up to. Ooh, and Rob Dog finding a quiver in here.
Datso making his way, gonna be getting his hook shot here for long.
A chat saying we got Farore's Wind in the Redead Grotto.
Oh, did what the hell's grab that, or?
I guess. That's good to know. If they find magic, that makes... If they find magic, that means if they have to go into Jabu, it's not too bad, because they can go there whenever they get the... What's it called? Letter?
No, there's the actual fire arrows.
Yeah. Not gonna be required this seed, though.
What a shame.
I always like to point out, the one time I know they can be required is if you don't have long shot, and you have to do the shadow trial. So yeah, Robin, what the hell's happened? Both kind of in a slight advantage because of their explosives they found.
Mhm.
Although I wouldn't be surprised if Falcon gets his when he goes up. If he goes up to Death Mountain Trail.
But yeah, that is chat pointing out we still haven't seen our first strength or our magic meter yet. Speaking of strength,
Yep. It's not quite French vanilla, but it's pretty close. In the same general area.
and a nice trap. Yeah,
And,
Rob can go straight over to Forest when he's done with this.
yeah, and what the hell happened doing Bomb True Bowling but not finding anything of value in there?
It's always a shame because you have to spend like a good chunk of money just to get to see both items.
Yeah, and half the time you just, like, see the first item, blow up the lady, see the second item, leave.
Yeah. I do like specifically blow up the lady.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Oh, there's that another slingshot. What is Russian vanilla? In Russian vanilla, game randos you.
Slingshot upgrades are progressive, yes. And I remember there was another slingshot somewhere.
Yeah, because some of them already have it. I just, again, like you, don't remember where it was.
For Rob, it might just be like, oh, that puts the hook shot into logic.
Oh, Composer Grave.
Oh no. Falcon has played Song of Storms. He is entering the pit.
He doesn't have bombs yet, though, does he?
Don't believe so.
I mean, it's possible he could find some bomb chews or one of the other bomb bags here, but
So I'm calling this a trap right now. Just going all out. There is nothing of value in here. That is what I am predicting. There's no way.
unless there's something hidden beneath the bomb stuff that he can't actually do anything with.
And yeah, what the hell? An adult Goron Seed right now talking to Link the Goron.
You have to find the right frame to be able to talk to him.
Yeah, well, he had to not try to pick up the
Ooh.
bomb flower.
Getting that double defense there. Arrows on King Dodongo. Rob just saying, nah, I don't need them.
Oh, are we being linked the well trap card in chat?
Oh, Dotso decided to go back to
Back to check out
Gerudo
what's...
Valley.
Oh,
About to
what
see
the hell's
that.
happened? Looked at the volcano, but I didn't see what was there.
Yeah, that's a hard one to see.
But he does grab his Saria song, which we know is required.
Yeah. Because you need to get that mirror shield. And Rob definitely going into Forest.
Yeah, makes sense. You have all the items for Forest. It's required.
He's the one in the lead with medallions at this moment.
Yeah, getting his medallion from Dodongo's Cavern. One step closer to Nocturne location as well. So in the meantime, Dotso was a child going back to adult. Falcon, the only one in the well right now. Hasn't found anything. Wait, no. Wait, I don't think we found anything in the well yet. Chat was just memeing. And what the hell, checking out the crater. Or I think this is the Summit Ferry. Lost track of where exactly he was.
I believe so.
Lens of Truth. Well, that's Way of the Hero.
Well, they got Lens of Truth on the trail as well as Bomb Bag. But they still don't have magic to be able to use the lens.
Yeah, bottom of the well is still empty. That's my guess. It's one item away from being in logic entirely. But no way. So Rob going through forest. Dotso also in forest now. Did Dotso pick up strength? He didn't, right? Yeah, he didn't do Dodongo's Cavern yet.
Yeah, he doesn't have it on his tracker.
Dotso didn't even get the bombs, did he? That's hurting him a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Dotso's gonna... I mean, so the first part of forest isn't bad to double dip.
Oh, we
That's
found
our-
all 3 slingshots.
Yeah. So the first part of Forest Temple is not bad to double dip, because there's like the room in the back with the Stalfos,
Ooh, hammer.
the courtyards which have a hammer. And then
Yeah.
like once you do that, you go up the block room, which is like a different room entirely.
We always keep our hammer in the courtyard.
Well, of course. I mean, where else would it be? You don't
So
keep it
place it
inside.
belongs.
Sea Falcon taking no chances with these fire keys. Slingshotting them down, switching to Hylian Shield.
Silver
Finding the
scale.
silver scale. So right now, silver scale doesn't do anything.
No, because there's only one check that silver scale is needed for, right? The underwater bottle, which we know is a bloopy.
Yeah. And gold scale, which is for diving the lab, and they might need that if they don't find the iron boots.
True. Which could also be required for the Tektite grotto too, for
True,
the
true.
same reason.
And yeah, I mean, you can gold scale underwater too. I'm thinking more of like logic. But I guess I mentioned diving in the lab with irons, so logic be damned.
When do we ever pay attention to our logic?
So what the hell's happened in Dongo's Cavern right now? So he's going to find his strength in just a moment. It's in this next chest. And that'll be nice for him. Rob and Dotso both in forest, although Dotso's stream is so dark, by the way. Like,
It is. It is a little on the darkened side. Oh, Falcon heading into forest as well. Also does not have strength. Or bombs?
yeah, those two are going to get stuck and... I mean, it might lead them to the right place afterwards. They might go to Dongo's Cavern after and not lose too much time.
I mean, they're about to get the hammer, so...
I definitely love logic. I think one of my favorite things in Rando is untangling logic. Not quite as much of a logic whisperer as Rob is, though. But it is fun trying to like figure out where things have to be based on like found and what your hints are.
Datso heading off to the desert for a little bit. I can't see what that is up on top of the pillar there.
It looked like a gold ruby to me.
It looked. It was definitely shiny, like it was gold.
Oh, we did not get a pose hint. I don't think there are pose hints right now because there's only one po in logic, like required for the item. So it doesn't look like we found any items in forest yet.
Well, aside from the hammer.
Oh yeah, yeah, hammer. We found a hammer in forest.
Which may or
After
may
that.
not be needed.
Yeah, it is stone fire, so that hammer is of questionable usefulness.
That hammer is of, oh my god, what is in store for me?
Hammer's one of those it's always like the items that unlock stone dungeons you never want to see. You just never want to see it.
Especially if it's Fire Temple.
Yeah, Falcon picking up his hammer. So that should be everyone has hammer, right? Or what the hell's happened not go there? I think he hasn't been there yet.
Yeah, he hasn't been there yet. He opted to go to Dodongo's first, but he'll probably be heading there straight after. Zora's
Zora
Tunic.
Oh, and Datso's in Adult Lake Hylia right now. We know fishing and adult fishing is nothing. Let's see if Datso remembers. It does not look like he does.
Fire arrows was 10 skulls. So in the chat I was asking about that.
Datso, you're making a mistake. You have a hint for this location. Datso's like, wait. Datso remembers. Good job, Datso. I got through to you.
Your voice carried through to his stream. Your commentary powers are magical. Datso checking on top of the lab.
So what the hell happened? Looks like he's just going to forest now? Well, the top of the lab is a full heart container for Datso.
Not a terrible find.
See Falcon taking no chances with the big moblin here. Just sniping it down.
As you do. You can hit that thing as many times as you want. I've got arrows. What are you gonna do about it?
See Falcon doing his due diligence, picking up Skulltulas along the way. I did a token sanity multi-world with my brother. Had to learn all those random Skulltulas, like the ones on the walls in Sacred Forest Meadow. What the heck?
I did a shop sanity multi-world and forgot about the potion shop inside of Castletown.
Normally it's the bomb shoe shop people forget about.
No, that one I purposely remembered. Like, I was like, okay, that is there. But then I didn't even realize about the potion shop and someone's hover boots were hiding there. I felt real bad. Rob shooting down some ghosts.
Yep. This is another place where DQ nuts, another item as a child you didn't realize was good. As a child, you're like, it stuns things, I guess.
Yeah, that was something I didn't realize until I started watching people do rando. I actually had no idea that those nuts would turn them back visible.
Yeah,
And
that
I
was
started watching this.
That was one of the first big things I learned with nuts. It's like, wait, that does that?
These have another purpose? And there's what the hell's doing Forrest, getting his hammer.
See, Falcon
now-
has his hammer in forest. Getting some of these grottos that I think we've seen before. Yeah, the Kokiri sword.
Oh, but he's heading to Goron City with his hammer, so he might be the first one to check that left side chest in the maze.
Yep. I love the fact that you can store hammer damage with power crouch stab. So you can
It's
just
the little things.
stab rocks with your sword and they break.
Stab, stab.
But Falcon's not going there. Maybe he's not remembering it. Well, he turned around.
And now he's doing this.
He might have just been trying to get the cycle up better. He might like
Probably.
know how to do the like get to the center, shoot the arrow. Like he just might know that cycle.
Datso's right behind him in Goron City.
I didn't see exactly where how Dotso got here. From Lost Woods.
Yeah, same path.
Dotso unfortunately misses the link to Goron with his first arrow on Bomb Flower. It's so weird to me that Dotso aims the left Bomb Flower. Like, the right Bomb Flower is, like, strictly superior. Because it's on the right.
This is almost like a right Twix versus left Twix battle again.
Like, I'm a lefty and I use the right Bomb Flower. Like, clearly you're wrong.
Are you questioning Datso's choice of bomb flower?
Yes! That is, in fact, specifically what I'm doing. But Falcon
Ooh.
showing us there is a very valuable item hiding in this boulder maze.
Yes, there is.
And Dotso's gonna find that in just a moment as well.
But, you know, the most important item in the boulder maze was the... I mean, come on now.
So that is long shot. So long shot means we're one item away from Water Temple being clearable.
And still no magic meter. Feel like that might end up being the item to find.
Yeah, that also means the Epona song on Ocarina of Time is only useful for 3 checks now? Or 4, yeah, 3 checks now. Horse archery, and big pose.
Yeah. Rob Dog finishing up here in Forest. Getting close.
Yep, one more item to find. And then the boss, which also has another item, so I guess it's 2 items. But it's one more chest, which is just a red rupee.
Yeah, that is an important red rupee. Don't you start doubting it.
He threw it on the ground. So talk to me about important. He threw it on the ground. And that looks like a heart on the crater volcano. Ooh, and magic in the Crater Fairy. So Hammer's
Ooh.
unlocking a lot of stuff for us.
Suddenly Deep Fire is like, okay, I'm not going to be going to fire. Last resort.
Although, funnily enough, Falcon and Dotso, like, don't have strength, don't have explosives.
They have all these items that Robin what the hells don't have. But still no explosives, still no strength.
Good amount of health for Falcon, though. And what the hell's happened? Looks have one less, I think. Yeah. And Dotso, same. And yeah, we have 4 different Way of the Hero hint locations, so there's no location that has 2 Way of the Hero hints, like 2 separate Way of the Hero hints.
So now it's a matter of what's going to be in Shadow, because that was our last Way of the Hero, wasn't it?
Yes, it was Graveyard, which had Din's Fire, Sacred Forest Meadow, which has Song of Storms for the bombs, alternatively Requiem for something.
Just to get to Spirit.
Well, they have long shot, so they don't need Requiem for Spirit.
True. Could be something in Child Spirit, though. Oh yeah, Death Mountain Trail.
Which had the bombs.
And I suppose the lens, which could be a required
yeah.
item, logically at least.
Not could, is.
Oh yeah, Shadow, sorry.
Yep.
And then yeah, Shadow Temple was our last Way of the Hero. Falcon got a paperweight. Dotso's finally gonna get his explosives.
Same with Falcon. And that'll probably send them to Dodongo's Cavern, because they can full clear that then. And
Yeah.
that'll give them their strength, which lets them go back into Forest. So that'll kind of get them caught up on that set of progression. While Rob and what the hell's happened have to decide to go into the crater after this.
Yeah, Rob checking the top of the lab.
So yeah, Falcon picks up his bombs. So Rob looks like he's gonna play a song. He decided to save real quick. He's playing Minuet, so I think there's a good chance he's going to the crater. He doesn't have Iron Boots or Scale, so he can't take the shortcut to Exora area. Longshot was in the left side of the boulder maze in Goron City. So yeah, Falcon and Dotso both in Dodongo's Cavern right now. Dotso actually looks like he's going to pick up this skull in here.
Bit of an interesting choice, but
I mean, you're here.
and we don't know what 20 Skulls offers.
Oh yeah, I always forget that this is a skull back here. I always think it's a scrub.
Well, it looks like Falcon's actually doing the same thing, getting the skull.
Well, we know that it's a little strange because we know that 50, 40, and 30 skulls are all dead, but maybe it just wants to get up to that 20 as quickly as possible and they're not too far out of the way.
True.
And I think we've seen all the hints, and none of them were for 20 skulls.
Yeah. And there might still be like a hint or two that we haven't seen, but I think at the very least we've seen most of them.
Well, I think it's 4 item hints, all the like required location hints, 4 way the hero and 2 fool. And if that's what it is, then we've seen them all because I've wrote down that many.
Oh, okay. You're doing better than me. I haven't written down a thing.
I write down the hints because it's so useful.
Pro tips with GT Angel.
So yeah, Rob, it did take the short. Did go to Lost Woods. I forgot that he hadn't checked any of the hammer locked areas. Not hammer, explosive locked areas. Like grottos and stuff. So he went back to Lost Woods, did those, and now he's gonna pick up his long shot. So Baron hints tell you that there's no required item in a location. And if you're asking which ones they are, it's Zora's Fountain and Kokiri Forest.
You know, Kokiri Forest is always a terrible one to get, considering most of the Kokiri Forest checks you do right at the very beginning of the game.
It was Zora's Fountain.
For a second, I was staring at what the hell's, and like I didn't realize that he was fighting off this ghost. And I was like, is he just standing there taking a break? Like, what's going on here? And then they popped up. I'm like, oh, that makes significantly more sense.
So Falcon has picked up his strength, and Dotso has picked up his.
Indeed,
I think Falcon picked up his. He might not have. No, he didn't yet.
he's getting it right now.
Well,
Dotso.
Rob Dog is. Looks like he's farming some rupees to pick up a Goron tunic.
He gonna dip into fire?
He was just grabbing that because he was there, I guess. Gonna check this fairy here, get his magic.
Always a good find.
So, item-wise, we know where Mirror Shield is. We still need to get Iron Boots or the Gold Scale. We still need to get Hover Boots. I think
Light
that's
arrows.
it, though. Lighter, yeah. Those don't even count.
Those don't count. You know, just a required item to actually beat the game, but they don't count.
Well, you get told exactly where they are, so it's fine. Oh, they need Rudo's letter, yeah.
Oh yeah, Urcha's letter.
So that's 4 items, I think.
Yeah, because Nocturne is inside the ice cavern.
Rob finding his lens. I'm sure the logic's gears are turning in his head right now.
True, we don't know if bottom of the well is entirely dead.
But in our heart of hearts, we know it's truly dead.
Clearly, it's hiding something, like hiding one thing down there.
Even if there's an item there, it's still dead.
It's still dead. And we know that one of the items they still need is inside the Shadow Tower, because that's Way of the Hero.
Yeah, and especially with that, they have the Lens of Truth, they have the Adult's Wallet, and they have the Zora Tunic. So I don't think there's any items that can be in there that are seemingly required, but not actually. Like, they even have the Slingshot, so...
Yeah.
And the
The only
Kokiri sword.
thing that could be there is if, for instance, like, Jabu Jabu is hiding something and they need the boomerang, but
The only thing I can think of is if Gold Scale's in there for diving in the lab, and they find the Iron Boots somewhere else. That's
true.
that's the only thing I think. So it's a pretty reliable way of the hero hint. So Rob grabbing Saria's song from the crater. You did all the other checks around here already?
What the hell's heading back to being a child?
So it looks like he's going to Spirit.
Spirit, yep.
Makes sense. To some degree. It also lets you know if this is a Way of the Hero thing or if Song of Songs is Way of the Hero. And Rob Dog dipping into fire. Oh, we also need a second strength. I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's the thing. Still need those silver gauntlets.
So yeah, I think dipping fire is a good choice here. There's a lot of checks you can do pretty early on. Going deep fire might be a mistake, I'm not sure, but at least the start of fire can't be bad.
Unless there's something hidden all the way down there.
Sea Falcon picking up his Furrow's Wind, and with magic, a little bit convenient.
What the hell is the only one that does not have magic yet? Dotso getting his fire arrows.
And 20 skulls is just a red rupee. Dotso does put that, or at least most of it, into his wallet, though. Not just throwing it on the ground. He is not the proletariat.
Oh, Rob Dog getting that Goron tunic inside fire.
It's a slap in the face. So there is a key in Child Spirit, so what the hell can keep going? Ooh, Rob setting Furrow's Wind and fire. I'm not sure this is the room to set it. I didn't see if Rob did the Near Volvagia room or not. But he does have one more check in this, like, side.
Chat saying he didn't check that yet.
So Dotso going up Zora's River. I believe this is where What the Hell found bomb shoes earlier. And yeah, it does feel like the seeds kind of run them out of locations to check, and also Dotso falling several times. It's a little sad.
Falcon's still going for some skulls.
Yeah, with Goron Tunic, I'll farm it up if I'm close. Because it is convenient, but otherwise, You can just grab the fairies that are near Volvagia usually. So yeah, Falcon is going to go to Forest. I'm a little
Gotta
surprised
finish
that
that off.
Dotso didn't go to finish Forest off. I mean, we know he's not going to find anything else there. He's already got the hammer. That's the only thing useful there.
Minus the actual medallion. And that was the other wallet upgrade there, it looked like.
Wait, was that the other wallet upgrade?
Inside the river. Right there outside of Zora's domain.
That means... You know what that means? If we have 2 wallets available... Or was that the bomb bag and you just missed it?
I thought I saw a rupee on the actual like front of it.
But if they have all the wallet upgrades, there is something that unlocks.
Buying blue fire?
Yup, which is always the best. So Rob, after his check into fire, doesn't decide to go deep, just decides to bail out and go child.
For something. Where's Rob going?
I think he's going to the well. He might just be doing... Okay, I think he might be doing like the castle ferry and then go to Spirit. I think it's better to go to Spirit than the well.
Because we all know Spirit's a trap.
Well, Spirit's a required progression dungeon, so...
Oh, sorry, I meant well.
Yeah.
I can words.
Oh yeah, Rob can also do chess minigame. Chat's pointing out. That's a check I always forget. Ooh, it's Anatomies! Hi, ATZ. Here to see your challengers. I don't think we've seen anything in Child Spirit yet, though. There might have it might have been keylocked in Adult. I'm not sure, but I don't think we found any other items.
I mean, he's
Nope.
ending it off with 1 key, but
As for how the seed's gone so far, it started off pretty well. They got a bunch of good items kind of early and not too out of the way. But now we're kind of in a state where we don't know where the next chain in the progression is. Although everyone did get trolled by fake fire arrows in the Gerudo Valley, and everyone except for Rob, who came there later, lost their chicken.
it was great. So Rob doing that chess mini game. What the hell? Still doesn't have magic. Oh, that's right. Rob did lose his chicken, but he had sticks.
Yeah. My brain was thinking of 2 things at once. I was thinking like everyone except for Rob didn't make it, and like everyone lost their chicken, and I kind of combined them two.
I mean, it was just a Decker shield, but you know.
And yeah, we've completed the Dongo's Cavern and Forest, but we're stuck on completing anything else.
No. It's just a piece of heart.
Does that actually work?
I think so. I hope for Rob's sake it does.
Rob probably knows. So yeah, we really are like, let me think, there's still a few chests in the well we haven't seen. There's deep fire we haven't seen. I don't think we saw the 2 explosive locked grottos in South Hyrule Field.
Not yet.
And no one's gone to GTG yet, and that's open. So we've got some decent amount of places. I think GTG is a place that people are sleeping on, probably. Rob Dog, you gotta bomb the lady.
He's too busy bombing himself. Some blue rupee and then red rupee. I didn't actually see what the items were earlier.
And yeah, for anyone curious how the qualifiers work, only the first 8 qualifiers you do can count at all. And then out of those, your 2nd through 5th place scores will count. The idea is that you gotta be consistent, so like one crazy good finish isn't enough, you have to be consistently pretty good. And the idea with the 8 is that we don't want to have burnout. We don't want it to be like, oh, you have to do all of them just to make sure that you get like all the best things. Like, just do the best 8 you can.
We won't hold it against you.
And because of that, there's 16 qualifiers and you only need to be an 8, so it kind of means that you're given a little bit of flexibility in what you do.
Of that Dotso and Falcon are like right on top of each other.
Yeah, it looks like Dotso's just a little tiny bit ahead.
A second ago was actually the opposite. Falcon was the one that got the ghost first, but I guess Dotso killed the ghost sooner. So that was interesting.
So what the hell did Darunia, it looks like? And yeah, Mirror Shield doesn't do anything unless you have Strength 2. It's a cool item. I don't know. That's one of the things about Mirror Shield I don't like as much in this game, is that it doesn't do anything anywhere other than Spirit Temple. And
Yeah.
I think in the trials, maybe.
Yeah, in the in one of the trials, because you have to shine light on the sun after you burn the web away with fire.
Yeah, because of that, there's no reason to kind of go there unless it's really convenient.
But that's what happens when it's like the last item you get in the game, minus light arrows and gold gauntlets, I guess.
Doesn't even unlock any random heart pieces in the overworld, though. Like, come on.
Right? Come on, game. Get it together.
And what the hell has happened is also played a certain song in a certain windmill.
Was it the Sun Song?
Almost. It's pretty similar.
Very close. Very close.
It's got a down and an up and a down and an up. Just different notes next to them.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have seen everything in the well except for the bomb-locked checks. There's 3 of them we didn't see, I guess. I don't know how many of those were keys. At least one of them. And Rob picking up his fire arrows. The real ones this time. Not the ones that knocked him away from his chicken.
That poor chicken. All of the runners drowned their chicken.
No, the chicken was fine. They fly away.
Magical chickens.
Like, if you watch, like, sometimes they'll just, like, get in the water and then just, like, fly up, like, just infinitely. Like, they have to return to their people. Ooh, and a nice trap. The well is, living up to its name.
So, one last bomb locks check.
Yeah, I might try to do some qualifiers. I haven't actually done any qualifiers yet. I haven't been doing much rando at all, actually. It's been a while since I've actually played a seed. I just talk about them.
Yeah, I haven't played a one in a while, but I also don't race them, so I think I've tried to race a couple of them, and I haven't succeeded in any of them.
So it looks like Rob is also about to play a certain song in a certain windmill.
Clearly, Song of Time.
Epona song, obviously.
I mean,
There's 3 of our runners going into the well overall.
technically, there is a reason to play Song of Time in the windmill, just in a different spot.
Yeah.
Before you,
I mean,
I guess, technically realize it's the windmill.
I can't really blame the runners for doing the well. I mean, I can blame Rob a little bit for doing it before Spirit. But what the hell's happened in Rob Dog? I can't blame too much for the well, though, because it is fully in logic for them. Or, not what the hell's happened, he doesn't have magic.
Well, and I guess on the bright side, they do get a bottle in the well, which, to my knowledge, is the only bottle that they've seen so far.
That might actually be required.
And that's kind of what I was thinking there too for a second, because you never know, you might need that bottle for Blue Fire, the ever popular Blue Fire,
It's the best.
that they'll have to go and purchase after they go back to the river to pick up their last wallet upgrade.
Or for Pose, yeah. Although,
Then they
we're
would
not
need
going
to
to be
do
getting... We're not getting a
AD.
Pona song anytime soon. So, Dotso and Falcon both finishing up Forest. Dotso just finished up Phantom Ganon, while Falcon just getting in there. And that's interesting because they were both in here at around this... Like, we saw them earlier at the Poe at the same time, so it's just execution that kind of gave Dotso his lead.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
But hey, Falcon's not that far behind, so...
In the meantime, what the hell doing the nut strats for the Fire Keys room. Picking up his scale,
Uh...
and his shield is safe. Did you know, by the way, that with Phantom Ganon, you can tell which one's the real one coming out of the painting by the way it looks?
By the way the painting looks?
The Ganon in the painting.
Oh, yeah. So, I think technically that puts all of them with the same medallions now. So Rob was pretty far ahead with medallions, and now they've all caught up.
It doesn't look like there was anything else in the well, so... You had a bottle, you had a scale. I don't think anyone's checked the scrub outside Lake Hylia. If they have, I haven't noticed. There's a good chance, though. People have been at Lake Hylia, so...
Oh, they're doing betting in the chat to see where Ruto's letter will be.
Yep. So Dotso doing the Boulder of Destiny.
Shame it's nothing of use.
So what the hell's happened is at Lake Hylia right now. So this is his first time here. And we really are running low on checks. Like, we still got Deep Fire. We still got GT. Like, there's still GTG that we have access to that our runners just haven't been to.
Let's see which one ends up being the first to go there.
Watch GTG have all but one item. Like, it's gonna have everything but hovers. And then hovers
Which will
be
actually be in shadow.
but not in the vanilla location.
Yeah, that'd be too easy.
French vanilla. Sea Falcon showing us the Colossus Fairy. I don't think I've seen this before because no one had explosives down here. I could be wrong though. I didn't notice it before at least. Rob Dog cowering from the east.
No, don't burn me.
Oh, and Dotso appears to have also played a certain song in a certain windmill.
Oh, it was Minuet of Forest, right?
You know, just showing him some Kokiri pride. So that is all four of our runners being what appears to be baited by the will.
Unless that silver scale is needed.
All the skulls are dead.
It's the only reason that well could have been required is if they need the scale, so that way they can get up to gold scale.
Or the bottle.
Oh, that's true. Bottle. Gotta have your milk.
Nom 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 nom. So I wouldn't be surprised if what the hell's happened went to GTG right after this.
Well, he's checking those field checks, though, so that's something that we haven't seen yet.
Yeah, but deciding to go... Wait, no. He hasn't even gone to the crater yet. Never mind. I forgot about that. Yeah, that makes more sense. I keep forgetting that he just hasn't. See,
Oh,
Falcon
there's
just
Ruto's
found-
letter.
That's the wasteland check.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, dang.
Nobody bet that one.
I had forgotten about that check. So yeah, he's gonna go move King Zora out of the way.
Yeah, he's heading straight over there. So now it's one of those things where how long until other people find it?
So I imagine at this point, what he does, he goes up Zora's River, does all the checks along the way, goes into Jabu Jabu and sets Furrow's Wind, and then goes and does Ice Cavern into Shadow. Mirror Shield is Darunia Dance. There was a hint for that pretty early too, so everyone knew about that.
Yeah, I think the first hint for that one was outside Deku Tree. What the hell's happened? Getting his long shot from the Boulder Maze. And Sea Falcon going to the Castle Ferry?
And I guess it's on the way.
I think kinda.
I don't think I would do it, but it might be... Like, if there was an item here, it would feel bad to have to come back to this later.
True. And now they've opened betting for hover boots.
So let's see. Dotso is in the well right now. Gonna do those checks. Rob Dog is in Spirit Temple. We know both of these are nothing. What the hell's happened is back to Lake Hylia, so it looks like he's going to GTG area, because that's the only reason he'd be here.
And we're still missing second strength upgrade. We're missing either
Hover
gold
boots.
skill or iron boots and hover boots.
So yeah, we need a way to swim. We need hover boots.
And silvers.
And that's it, aside from the light arrows that don't really count.
I mean, granted, finding them before you have to go check in is always nice.
Yeah. And I mean, it is always possible that the light arrows are deep in Jabu Jabu and you need to find a boomerang somewhere.
Or it's on horseback archery and this becomes an all dungeon seed.
Let's see, Hammer Rocks from What the Hell's Happened on his way to GTG, but just a red rupee. I forgot to pay attention, but looking at what stones, I mean medallions do they have? Fire, water, and shadow for everyone. So you need to do Spirit Temple to get 2 songs, or you need to do Shadow Temple for an item.
Which Sea Falcon is the only one that could even remotely get to Shadow Temple.
Yeah, I guess we do know what song it is. It's Bolero and the Song of Time. Chat's saying?
Mm-hmm.
Sounds right.
Oh.
So yeah, Rob finding the awful truth that Child Spirit, nothing for his full climb up. It might have been key locked. We don't know that yet, but
So, what the hell's is doing GTG? Sea Falcon doing some of the Zora's domain checks.
yep. He already moved King Zora. He's probably gonna go into Jabu right when he's done with all this and Aurora's win, just so he can come back later. That's generally a really strong play when you can do it. If you don't, because if Jabu isn't required for you to do right now, but it might be later, it's a really strong play to. Falcon messing up his fire a few times. Yeah, it's really strong to just set that for his win.
So we'll see if anything's hiding in GTG.
Dotso getting his mirror shield from Darunia. Falcon finding a bunch of money.
So much money.
Diving game made him rich. Man, these Zoras have money to spare. They're like, go pick up some rupees I'm throwing on the ground. And then when you come back and turn them in, I'll give you a bunch of rupees.
It's like that rich family member that you didn't actually know was rich until they just started putting money on you.
Trying out they're rich because they don't understand the value of money. They're like, I need a new shirt. They give you like $500, and you're like,
Thanks.
They're like, isn't that how much shirts cost?
Yeah, totally. Buys a whole new wardrobe.
So Rob's also going to pick up his mirror shield, while Dotso is going over to take the Zora shortcut. Oh, Falcon did not go into Jabu Jabu, looks like.
Is it still that thing where, like, if you turn adult, your Fora's Wind actually goes away?
Nope. That was
Okay.
removed or changed in 4.0.
That was one thing I wasn't sure about. I figured that was the case because you kept mentioning him doing that, but I figured it was still best to make sure.
Yeah, that's a 4.0 thing. Your child Fora's Wind and adult Fora's Wind have their own separate saves. So you can set Fora's Wind as child, go adult, and set it as adult. And when you go back to child, it's still where you left it. When you go back to adult, it's still where you left it.
Frogs in the rain check.
Ribbit, 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 ribbit. Bomb
Bomb
chews.
shoes.
Lots of bomb chews in the river.
Yeah.
You know, we haven't
Lots
seen
of-
any beans yet.
No, we haven't.
Because none of the bean locations were, like, needed beans.
Mm-mm.
Like, the Graveyard Crate didn't have anything of value. Like, I don't think the volcano had anything.
Oh, well, Falcon just picked up a bean.
I don't think the Gerudo Valley Arch had anything. And you can get the, Lake Hylia one with just Scarecrow Song and Hookshot.
Well, he bought a bean for some reason, so clearly there was something.
Might have just been a safety bean, like, if I forgot something, I have a bean.
Safety bean. It looks like he's going for whatever that item was, like the one that I think was a bullet. Oh, never mind. I forgot. You need the chicken to go this way.
Baited.
Well, you know, he could have possibly wanted to get that wallet.
So
Never
he
know
might-
when you might want money.
He might still walk into Jabu whenever he's done with this. He might have just wanted to do all these checks and then go to Jabu and, like, prelude out. Because it's really awkward to get out of Jabu once you're in that far.
Once you're deep inside the belly.
Kind of funny, we have 3 people in, like, the Zora area. What the hell's happened, on the other hand? Just found the hover boots.
Woo!
So those were in GTG. In the right side.
Not bad at all.
Which means they are logically locked behind silver gauntlets. Which means if silvers aren't in the first, like, couple chests in Shadow, then Shadow has the irons. Actually, technically, they might not be silver locked.
Because of keys?
Actually, I think they do have to be silver locked because I don't think. Yeah, because of how many keys. What the hell happened was? I thought for a second, wait, what if all the keys were everywhere else? But looking at his key count, there's definitely some keys hidden in that back room with the lakes. So yeah, definitely silver locked. Because Song of Time is also locked by silvers. Because it's Spirit and Spirit blocking Song of Time and Bolero.
Mm-hmm. So now they're betting on where silver gauntlets will be. And again, nobody guessed that or where hovers or that hovers would be in GTG. So we're 0 for 2 on bets right now. Nobody's winning a.
Yeah, I have been batting as 0 on these bets.
Don't feel bad. We're all batting 0. I can't even buy a winner here.
ooh, what the hell's happened? Just finding those light arrows on top of Gruta Fortress.
Oh, nice.
And then bailing before he gets the letter. No, 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 Wasteland. There's this Wasteland thing you can do.
There's this wasteland thing that you could probably go and do.
He doesn't have magic. God damn it. Go to the crater and get your magic. I keep forgetting. Stop it. Get magic so I don't look dumb.
You're a fool.
And yeah, the magic is physically for the chest. Requires lighting some torches. And there is no flame storage you can do there because there's no fire sources anywhere around. At least as far as I'm aware.
No, there isn't. So Rob is heading off to be an adult, while everyone else is staying as a wee little child. Oh, but what the hell is heading into the crater?
Yep, he is gonna get his magic. So Wasteland is just whenever he decides to think, I'll just reverse Wasteland to check this one check.
I mean, that is like a really, really bad spot for it.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't have been too bad if he did it right after GTG, because he's kind of on the way there, but
Yeah.
now that he's left, like, it's still just as far as it was, kind of, but, like, it feels more out of the way.
Dotso going through Child Spirit, gonna find out the same as everyone else. Have we seen Hot Rodder go on yet?
Ooh, Rob Dog's showing us Fire Arrow check.
Oh, we already saw that was a piece of heart. I think it was Dotso who might have checked it earlier. What the hell's dipping into fire?
Which, I mean, it's a smart choice. There's a good number of checks here. It's not going to pay off, we know, but...
Mm-hmm. He's still trying to find that Ruto's letter, too.
Man, this seed really did not... like, it started well, and then it just, like, devolved, and then just nothing. Just, like... Ugh. Like, Wasteland Chest is where Red Letter is? Oh my god. So Falcon's gonna go to Ice Cavern now. So we still need to know where silvers are and where irons are. We know the hovers are in GTG. No, a Baron location cannot have gold gauntlets. So the thing with Baron hints is an item cannot be... So a location cannot be Baron unless it does not have any major items aside from the ones that unlock nothing. If it has a progressive item that is that has a different Way of the Hero version. Wait, let me start over. So the items that cannot be Baron, any of the major items that unlock stuff, any progressive item that does not have a Way of the Hero copy, and any progressive item that changes as it upgrades. So, like, hook shot and long shot can never be Baron. Strength upgrades can never be Baron. Wallet upgrades can never be Baron. The only thing that can be Baron is stuff like bows, bombs, slingshots, and only if another copy of them is Way of the Hero.
Sounds convoluted.
It is a little. I mean, for the most part, it just means you don't have to check that place. But sometimes it's wonky. If you still need a bow or a bomb bag, sometimes it can be good to check a barren location if you have to do it anyway, because maybe you get an out of logic one.
So Rob is working through or heading over to Gerudo. Falcon is obviously heading to Ice Cavern. What the hell's into fire right now? And Dotso just finished through Spirit, or Child Spirit, I should say.
Dotso's making the play. He's doing Reverse Wasteland as Child to go grab this Wasteland check. So this is going to pay off for him. He will be the second of our runners to get Rudo's letter.
Mm-hmm. And we're 4 minutes before the 2-hour mark, and no one's finished yet, so...
Yeah, it's not a fastest ever seed. The seed started so well.
We had such high hopes for the seed.
I did tell you I rolled this seed, right?
I suppose we should have known. And yeah, what a troll, giving you Requiem really early and then like, oh yeah, you gotta go through the wasteland some way anyway. Yeah, you can do Reverse Wasteland as Child. You cannot get past the sand, like the quicksand though. At least not without fancy glitches. There's probably a fancy glitch way to do it. Oh, what the hell's happened actually is climbing up full fire, so we have not seen what's up here before. If there's a silver gauntlets like up here in the hammer chest or something.
Silvers are iron boots.
Better yet, Boomerang is up here.
Boomerang.
We got some nuts there. Rob Dog also picking up his light arrows on top of Gerudo Fortress.
Looks like he's about to dip into GTG. Hopefully, after he's done, he decides to do the Wasteland route instead.
Well, hopefully. So yeah, Falcon's going through Ice Cavern quite quickly. Not getting frozen by that Keese.
I would say it was a quick turnaround to get rid of that Keese. Not today. Oh well. That one got him. Just a piece of heart there.
And yeah, there is no guaranteed hint for the Wasteland chest. You just gotta check it. Double magic and fire. What the hell's happened finding that in the bow-locked chest? Or not bow-locked, but like the chest that often gets you bow-locked out of fire.
Not a bad find. Having double magic is always nice.
Mm-hmm. And I believe that was in logic around the same time that the first magic was. Maybe even sooner, I'm not sure about the keys.
So it looked like the heart piece here, I think, was just like a blue rupee. But we'll see if this chest in the ice cavern has anything.
A full heart container. So we've got a second row of hearts for Sea Falcon.
Yep, him and Rob both have 2 rows.
Dot's using a hookshot strat in Sacred Forest Meadow to go a little bit faster. I did not know about that. Or long shot strat. Hookshot doesn't make it, apparently.
So far, nothing of note in Ice Cavern. Obviously, they still need it for Nocturne, but no extra items.
So let's see. Dotso did turn in his letter earlier, I think. So he's going to go do Ice Cavern now.
Mm-hmm.
So he's a little bit behind Falcon in terms of Ice Cavern. What the hell's happened? Still going through Deep Fire, doing Pierre's chest right now. While Rob Dog is in GTG. Just doing the outside ring, basically.
See if this play to go through Deep Fire is something that'll pay off, or what the hell's happened. Because he's got to be running out of chests or checks.
Although if there's something up here in Fire, then what the hell's happened is going to get paid off quite a bit.
Yeah. Which is very possible. I mean, it's Stone Fire. I mean, there's got to be something.
I mean, Randobot 1 might be dead, but his spirit's still alive a little bit. Likes to show up from time to time, haunt your seed.
The ghost of Randobot.
So one more item in Ice Cavern to see. We know there's nothing in Zora's Fountain, so the underwater one isn't anything, and this is just a bloopy. So I mean, they're still unfreezing King Zora. There is still one more thing Ice Cavern related. Yeah, Falcon gonna fur his wind out.
Gonna go unfreeze King Zora. We'll see if that's gonna pay off. Rob's gonna be getting his hovers here in just a moment. There's those.
So that's all Rob's gonna get from GTG right now. What the hell's happened is bailing? Maybe it's just all keys up here? Oh, it's the Volvagia lock. It was apparently.
Oh, nope. King Zora got nothing for you. Just some money.
So now the question for Sea Falcon is, do the first couple things in Shadow Temple have anything good?
Yeah, because Sea Falcon doesn't have hovers yet.
I imagine that GTG is on his radar as like the next thing to do if he doesn't find anything here.
Oh, and he doesn't have enough magic!
Oh my gosh, what's that? It's like going to the child fishing and having no rupees. Like, oh.
I was looking at his magic meter for a second. I'm like, does he have enough magic? And then he tried to use it, and do-do-do-do-do. I was like, no!
Trying to find some magic over here to farm, but not getting any luck yet. I don't even know where you can go to farm magic. Okay, so Rob, go through the wasteland.
Looks like he's going in that direction. Apparently, Rob picked up the adult wallet, or the giant's wallet at some point. Yep, it was right there outside of Zora's Fountain. Because what the hell's happened? Just picked his up.
So, see, Falcon, what's in the Shadow Temple? We know it's Way of the Hero,
Mm-hmm.
but we don't know where it's Way of the Hero. Is it in the first chest? Is it in the last chest? Is it Iron Boots? Is it Silver Gauntlets? Well, it can't be Silver Gauntlets, right? Unless it's one of the first two. So what the hell's happened gonna do now?
That is a good question. And he's just chasing after a boulder right now, but... Oh,
Silver Gauntlets! Well then,
so all we're
believe I
missing
win.
is Iron Boots.
I believe I win that bet.
Oh. I think a lot of people made made the play for that one.
Eventually I can win my bets.
And now we have to place another bet just to see where irons are.
Haha! I even had the correct chest. And Rob picks up his letter, so he's gonna prelude back.
The Way of the Hero hints were Shadow Temple, Graveyard, Sacred Forest Meadow, and Death Mountain Trail.
And the second chest. So at this point, Falcon, yeah, he can go into Spirit, Wall of Spirit. Dotso still has to do his Ice Cavern. Dotso does not have hovers,
And he...
so he will probably end up doing the same thing as Sea Falcon.
Possibly.
Well, Rob
Yeah,
Dog.
someone...
Oh, go ahead.
I was just saying, someone made a comment saying that that they felt that Rob Dog was in the lead, and I'm kind of agreeing with them on that one. I think just because he made that play to go get the or get Ruto's letter, plus he's already gotten everything else taken care of that some of these others haven't, like GTG. I do think Rob Dog could be the one in the lead right now.
Yeah, Rob and Sea Falcon are the two I can't really tell apart as much. Because Sea Falcon does still need to go into GTG, but he's already done all of Ice Cavern and like dipped into Shadow. Well, Rob has to like go back to being an adult, go into Ice Cavern, do that. And GTG isn't like such a strange location that I expect him to put it off forever.
True. And we haven't, like, they're saying in chat, Adult Spirit hasn't been done by anybody yet, so he is kind of doing something new.
Yeah.
Dotso about to get his silvers.
Is that a prescription?
And looks like it.
No one's gonna be turning that in.
Unless they really, really want Nehru's love.
Oh yeah, Song of Time and Bolero are behind doing Spirit Temple, and then Pona's Song is behind all dungeons. And those are the only songs we're missing. And yeah, so right now the only item we're missing is the an item to swim with, either gold scale or iron boots.
Mm-hmm.
If it's gold scale, then it needs to not be the central chest in Water Temple.
We shall see. Oh, Bigoron sword. That's nice.
It's a convenient
Yeah.
item, especially in Spirit, where it lets you one cycle the boss much easier.
Did So what the hell's purchased Blue Fire and unthawed King Zora? He's still trying to find
Yeah.
that Ruta's letter.
Just such a terrible location if you don't like go for it randomly. Like, it's what the hell's happened has done everything around that wasteland chest, so he really has no reason to go there except for that one check. So like any check that's faster is worth doing instead. What the hell's happened is Matt, he dropped some bombs. I'm trying to think, what locations haven't we seen so far? Like, there's Adult Spirit. There's the Silver Gauntlets lock chests in what's in GTG. All of Shadow. Are there any like other random checks? There's the first chest in Jabu Jabu we haven't seen. Ganon's Castle Fairy, yeah. There's like a couple things in Fire, I think.
Yeah, there was still the rest of Fire.
Because we saw most of Fire, but Deepest Fire was Volvagia locked, and what the hell did not go back for that? So most likely, the Iron Boots will be in one of the locations the runners have to do.
I mean, it's very possible they're still inside Shadow.
Sea Falcon making use of his fire arrows right now.
Not the troll ones, the real ones.
So yeah, most likely, the way the seed is now, it's going to be just kind of a simple path for Rob and Falcon and Dotso.
Well, Falcon and Dotso, once they go into GTG to get their hovers.
Yeah, but I feel like after Spirit, GTG is the most obvious place to go. You have your Silver Gauntlets, so like all of GTG is in Logic now. It wasn't earlier. And like you can reverse Wasteland there, which is pretty quick. Oh, no validation rupee yet, apparently.
Yeah, that was something I was going to comment earlier. It's like we still haven't seen that ever precious green rupee. Someone says can't wait for them to exhaust every other deck other than horseback archery.
That would be amazing. You know, none of them want to see Boomerang right now. Boomerang is like the one thing they want to see the least. See Falcon using Din's Fire for the Anubises. I can imagine this seed has destroyed some people, though.
Oh, that's right. Big Poes are still alive.
I mean, honestly, this seed has like almost destroyed like some of these runners. Like, they're nearly 100%ing this seed.
Oh, there's that gold scale.
I want Iron Boots to be in some awful location, and Boss Key to be in the central pillar chest, because that would be amazing. Because you'd full clear water, like you're absolutely going into water with if you don't find those Iron Boots. Like, you're doing Spirit.
Oh, there's
Might-
another bottle.
You might even go to water before GTG.
It is possible.
Like, you have Serenade. I'm just waiting for it to be something like, oh yeah, you logically needed Iron Boots in Forest Temple for the well, so I knew that like it was somewhere easy, like for Rob to tell us something like that, and us to be like, what? But no, most likely there are no hints for exactly where the Iron Boots are.
Most likely not.
Yeah, Dotso picking up his scale. And my drink is empty, so I will be right back to grab a new one.
Sounds like fun. What the hell's is really just scrambling trying to find something.
I have a new drink.
Yay, drink.
It may or may not be a soda.
May or may not be. Alright, bets in the chat. Is it a soda or is it not a
No bets. You all know the answer.
soda? Yeah.
Oh, what the hell hasn't even done chickens yet?
Yeah, he's really just trying to find something.
Well, Dotso finds a Deku Stick upgrade in Spirit.
You know, why not? It's an important thing to have. Alright, so we've had two bets as far as what your drink is. One said it's a beer, the other said it's blood.
It is in fact a Coke. I'm sure it's tastier than both of those.
Meanwhile, I just have water over here. Rob getting his Nocturne.
Wait, wasn't Sea Falcon ahead of Dotso a minute ago?
Dotso used trickery. It was super effective.
Jeez, Dotso just like... He was definitely behind earlier. Jeez, did he like skip a check or something? Or was he just faster? Oh yeah, Sea Falcon had Child Spirit, that's what it was.
Hmm.
He did like the child climb.
So they're about to finish off a spirit over here. What the hell's really not sure where to go next?
He might be sure. He was pretty quick on that Preludes song. I think he has the Hyrule Castle Fairy, maybe?
That's where it's go. That's where it looks like he might be headed.
Ah, Skull Mask.
Ow.
It's in the wasteland. Oh, this is bad. I think he might also have to do Lens Game, but he is 100%ing like everything except for Wasteland at this point. This is not good. In the meantime, Dotso and Falcon both doing Twin Rova right now.
The Rob.
Dotso hitting Twin Rova second phase a little bit faster. Got Ice for Dotso. And in the meantime, Rob is in Shadow Temple. And I'm sure Rob's just going to do all of Shadow. No reason to leave.
Oh, definitely not.
If this was a stone, you would probably leave right after Silvers. That would be perfect, but this is a medallion. You are full clearing this.
Well, and Shadow is, I mean, it is a way of the hero hint too, so there is always that possibility there could be something else hidden in it.
Yeah. Like, if this was Stone Shadow, I would say skip out right then, because once you do... Or skip out right after Dead Hand, because the first two checks are kind of disconnected from the rest of the dungeon, so it's not like you waste any time. But as a medallion, you're definitely doing this. Like, you have to do it, so why not do it when you're there?
True. Alright. Dotso just got his forest medallion. Sea Falcon's about to get that. What the hell, just realized that the piece of heart was waiting for him at the end of the chess minigame.
Dotso grabbing his songs real quick. So hopefully it's Song of Time right here. But it's Bolero.
Hmm.
Which means Burning Cack is where Song of Time is. And Dotso's probably going to go pick that up and then do water. So if the Iron Boots are in water... Not Iron Boots. If water is completable, then I think this is pretty good for Dotso and Sea Falcon, but if it's not, then that's an advantage for Rob Dog.
Well, Sea Falcon and Dotso, again, they'll still need to go back their iron or their hover boots after water.
Yeah, it's more like... I think their pathing is going to make things work pretty well. Except Dotso is doing something weird.
Dotso is doing Dotso things. And then Nick opting to do something other.
Once he started moving around, I figured out he was trying to get a Poe to spawn, just in case. You do have like a 25% chance or something for that to be a big Poe. And he's like, well, I'm right here.
Someone in chat said he's going for a Poe, and I said he's going for a Poo.
A Poo.
I was like, well, that's an interesting choice to do right here in the middle of the race. I mean, if you gotta go, you gotta go.
Falcon checking the Boulder of Destiny. And what the hell's happened? I don't know what he's checking right... Oh, Skull Mask still, yeah.
Yep. He's hoping.
Dotso check the Poe again. Oh, he's checking the other Poe? Is that what he's doing?
Maybe.
Is Dotso just gonna keep checking Poes? You have Serenade, Dotso. What are you doing? I mean, maybe he's going to GTG first. Or Tektite Grotto. Yeah, Tektite
See,
Grotto.
Falcon's doing Tektite Grotto right now.
Just a bloopy in there.
Nothing of import.
Dompe digging has been checked.
Now Dotso's playing Serenade.
So where does what the hell's happened go next? He's playing
I don't know.
Serenade. I thought it was Requiem
Also-
first, and then I was happy, but it was Serenade.
That is interesting. All 3 bottles are milk.
Mega milk. Milk, milk, milk.
Yeah, there were all 3 of them were milk. It was one in Adult Spirit, and then one in Shadow, and all 3 of them were milk. Their
Dotso
bones
doing
are
a
nice
quick-
and strong.
A quick check of diving in the lab, just making sure that irons aren't hiding in here. Doesn't want to feel too dumb.
Well, if you're already in Lake Hylia, it's not a bad thing.
Piece of heart.
More healthy. Rob Dog
So-
not finding anything else in Shadow yet.
But what Rob Dog has found is the most health.
True. So what the hell's happened gonna do next? It's the new hit game show on ZSR.
He's going to the waterfall.
Oh, oh no.
The one waterfall he couldn't get at the start of the game. If this was actually it, though, could you imagine how salty you would have to get after that? Like, oh my god.
Alright,
Oh,
so
Dotto's
now-
going GTG, it looks like. Not going into water. He's like, I'm not doing it.
Sea Falcon is, though. Sea Falcon will be the one to tell us if it's iron boots required or not.
Yeah, so at the start of the game, everyone took the Cucko. They took the Cucko to the ledge at Gruta Valley, and it was an ice trap item on there, and they all lost their chicken because of that. Rob had sticks because he came there a little later, so he was able to recoil and check it, and I think Dotso checked it later, but what the hell happened never came back here, so he never found the amazing Deku shield.
The one, the only, actually one of 5.
And what the hell's happened is now confused. He is,
he's officially stopped right there. Running through all the checks that he can possibly do.
Dotso getting caught by the Gerudo guards, actually.
Oh, iron boots in Shadow Temple.
Well, that is our no mode. And for Rob, I think that's go mode? Yeah, that's the last item he needs, so Rob is in go mode. And yeah, Rob can go mode spirit and water.
Trying to figure out what the hell's happen's gonna do next. He's still standing on that ledge, but he's playing a song. Or not. He's still trying to decide.
Yeah, playing Serenade. Don't know where he's going, though. Taking the owl for some reason. Yeah, I don't think any of our runners... I don't think any of them can sub 3, because Rob still has to do Spirit after this. Falcon still has to do all of Shadow and whatever in water.
Well, Rob still has to do water after this too, so.
Yeah. And Falcon also has to do GTG.
And still no boss key, if I'm not mistaken, for water.
And Rob trying to jump to this boat, mess up the first time though, and just slid down.
Dotso just got his light arrows. And
Oh, what the
headed
hell's
to
happening?
GTC.
Checking Composer Grave. Maybe he didn't check the torches here.
About to find himself a slingshot.
About to be angry at a slingshot. And Falcon finds the boomerang.
Oh.
Although I don't think it's going to matter. He's not going back to Jabu, so
No.
he'll do GTG before Jabu for sure. Ooh,
Oh,
what the hell?
that?
He's playing Requiem!
Oh. Is this it? Is this when he starts coming back?
He's on the right path. Although it's possible he might just go to the ferry and... No, he's definitely aiming towards the wasteland.
Oh, he's finally gonna get his Rito's letter.
Oh, it only took him forever. Oh my god.
He's gonna be hating himself for this one.
See Falcon trying to do this, jump up to this area in the water temple. Skip a couple rooms getting to the boss key.
Can we turn his mic on? I still don't think Rob has a chance at sub 3. Still having to complete all of water and spirit.
I don't think Falcon knows the strat for this room. You can jump from the little ledge up here. And that'll work.
Oh, maybe he does.
There he goes. Oh, not quite.
Well, he tried. Oh, here you go. What the hell's happened?
There's your letter.
Rito's letter.
Falcon's having a bit of a struggle here. This does work, Falcon. There you go.
It is possible. Can he do it?
Yeah, I think Rob got to skip a couple rooms in Shadow because of Go mode.
Yeah.
Oh, he used
Also,
Scarecrow.
checking a few things inside GTG that we hadn't seen yet because he had
He has these
silvers
silvers.
first.
Bunch of small keys in here.
Alright. Rob facing off against Bongo Bongo.
No one cycle though.
Wah wah. Granted, I take like maybe 3-4 cycles, but you know. That's just.
I've
me.
gotten one cycle before. With Big Oron Sword.
Yes, Big
Without
Oron
it.
Sword was in
Without
Spirit
it,
Temple.
not.
Oh no!
Oh. Falcon seems to have fallen. And Rob seems to have some issues with his stream. I think it's just replaying the same moment over and over.
No, that's what happens when you refresh and it seems like it's dead. It just decides to... Yeah, it's weird.
give you what it can.
Pretty
Come on,
much.
Rob, come back. Yay, he's back.
Yay!
After getting his medallion from the Shadow Temple.
Yeah, and now we can go right over to Spirit, do all of Spirit, go right over to Water, do all of Water. And he gets to go mode these. So did Falcon get the boss key in Water? I missed it. No, he did not.
Nope, he's still shooting for it. It's still possible that it's irons are required.
So if you take the normal route, this would be... You'd have 3 checks now, I think.
Dotso's about to get his hover boots. There those are.
Yeah.
And yeah, so all he's missing is iron boots. So he's still looking through GTG, hoping.
So yeah, normally, if I think the normal water route, you have Dark Link, you have the river, and then you have the spinning dragon room.
See how it goes. So what the hell's finally making his way over to Ice Cap?
Yeah, he's just got so delayed with that one item.
Yeah.
Just needed a letter. Couldn't he have just forged it? I mean, come on.
I mean, how hard is it to forge a Zora Princess's handwriting?
And yeah, without the letter, you can't get Nocturne. You can't get... Oh, and without Nocturne, you cannot get Silver Gauntlets. And without Silver Gauntlets, you can't get Iron Boots. You can't get... I think it was just those. Because you could still get...
Oh,
Power
there's the
Boots.
green rupee.
We are valid! Dotso has found the green rupee. It was in GTG the whole time. So valid.
Oh, this is not going well for Sea Falcon. And that middle chest in GTG just held a quiver. Sea Falcon doing the river check. Oh, Marco gets his first place finish here.
Time of
2:39.02.
Congratulations to Marco. A solid time. I imagine if you just execute things a little bit better, you can definitely get there from where our runners are.
True.
Maybe slightly better routing, I'm not sure. But in the meantime, Sea Falcon. What's in this chest? What's in the box? Gold gauntlets!
We're irons locked.
We have one more chest. You can
Oh,
get
oh,
this.
oh, right. There is one more right here. That's right.
At least I'm pretty sure you can get this.
Yep.
Well, he has 45 bomb chews to try it with.
Oh, got it. Now to see if we can actually make it in there to get the chest.
Yeah, I think the strat's like to hit the switch and then jump down from like the alcove you started. Ooh, almost from Falcon.
Datso making his way through Shadow. Yeah, if Falcon had just decided to go GTG instead, he would be in the same route. Rob is
Ooh,
getting
Dotso
close to
getting
finishing.
bodied.
Oh no!
Who knew that guillotines make you fly off? Like they smacked, like... I didn't know that's how guillotines work. I'm not surprised with the water instead of GTG, although... I don't know, at this point it might just be like stubbornness for Sea Falcon, like, I know I can get this, I must.
Alright, so Rob Dog fighting off against Twin Rova here.
Kome and Kotake.
What the hell is about to get his Nocturne?
Falcon could, if he knows the strat from the alcove, he could Furrow's Wind and start back from there, I believe. Oh! Oh, not quite. I don't know if this strat actually works.
Nope.
And yeah, it looks like Falcon's giving up.
Save warping out of there. What the hell's finally going into Shadow?
So yeah,
And
I believe Rob, doesn't he just have to do, Rob did Shadow, right?
yeah.
So he just has to do Water after this.
Mm-hmm.
So
And
his
Dotso,
track,
he just needs to get his iron boots, and then he'll be done. Or he'll be go mode.
so Rob Dog does not have his tracker's updated now. Yeah. And he has just completed Kome and Kotake, so he's going to be picking up his medallion in a second. Light arrows were Gerudo Fortress Rooftop. So yeah, we're kind of at the point where everyone's just kind of catching up and doing the things they have to.
Mm-hmm. Falcon just
what
needs to make his way over to GCG, and then he'll be on the right track.
Yeah, so Falcon's the only one that kind of has decisions to make at this point. and he's probably going to make the right one. Everyone else just kind of does what they're doing, and they'll find their go mode, or they are in go mode.
Rob heading down into water.
I guess, yeah, Rob not picking up Song of Time, so if it happened to be the river chest, he would have been in a bit of a pickle, but we know from experience it is not the river chest, so... And Dato has found his Iron Boots, so he is now in go mode.
Mm-hmm.
So he is the second of our runners to be in go mode.
Yes.
Falcon just needs his hovers and then to do shadow and get his irons.
And what the hell is this, like, right behind?
Yeah, interestingly, what the hell, because he already did GTG, he's kind of not too far behind. Even though he did spend forever looking for that one check.
Oh, that's true. He doesn't... Well...
Yeah, I guess, yeah, he does need Spirit, so he's, like, a full dungeon behind everyone else, I guess.
Yeah, Sea Falcon doesn't have light arrows either, it looks like.
Yeah, well, that's at Gerudo Fortress, so that's something you'll get along with GTG, hopefully. Although Sea Falcon doing some overworld checks, I understand the mindset. I'm not sure it's wrong. I'm not sure if it's right or wrong. Because the idea is, like, if it's in this overworld check, it's really fast to get, and so it's really good.
Mm-hmm. Rather than going through all of GTG.
Yeah, because, like, you need one item at this point, or 2 items at this point for him. So, like, you'd really like it to be, like, you find the first item in a check in one easy location, and then you go to the dungeon and it's there. If it's something like GTG, there's so much setup involved in getting into GTG that, like, if it's not there, it's really, really bad. Is Sea Falcon gonna go try that room it's set up again? No, okay. Why did he serenade? Is it just like he thinks he's slightly closer or something? Oh yeah, Chad's pointing out he could be reading that Marco finished and think, oh wait, maybe it's something dumb. Like something dumb and close.
Quite possibly.
And yeah, for anyone that doesn't know, we still have the regular weeklies Saturday at, I think it's 6 p.m. Eastern, and Sunday at 2 UTC, I think. It's at like 9 a.m. Eastern. And then I think we have another race on Monday as well.
And my roommates are hammering things into a wall. All of a sudden, outside my room, bang, 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 bang. I'm like, all right then.
So yeah, Road Dog checked that room with the dragon chest, and it did not have a boss. It had a recovery heart.
Which
So
means
irons are
definitely
absolutely required. Yeah. There is no cheating allowed this seed.
Mm-hmm.
You must find irons. You may not pass go. Do not collect $200. I mean, luckily irons aren't in a bad location, though.
No?
They're just in GTG and... Not GT, they're in shadows, so like, you had to do it. And yeah, that is Water Tunic and Logic, but our runners all have the Water... I think they all have the Zora Tunic, and they have access to the big wallet, so that is not a barrier. In the meantime, Dotso has defeated Bongo Bongo, so Dotso just needs to do Water Temple now. So Rob Dog definitely in the lead at this point, because he just has to do Water, and he's most of the way through. Sea Falcon doing GTG. So hopefully for Sea Falcon's sake, he does check the rooftop. Sea Falcon getting some accidental ISG. Because it's accidental and doesn't actually help you, it doesn't matter, but
Oh,
you aren't actually supposed to have ISG.
AZ Dur, yes. Finished second place. 252.02.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I haven't seen that name before either.
And yeah, for anyone that doesn't know, it's actually pretty easy to get ISG by accident in the girder guards, because you're crouch stabbing them and you can get interrupted by picking up the key, I believe. I think it happens more often if you stab towards them rather than away from them, but I'm not entirely sure. And yeah, it does look like Falcon is going for this chest, so he is going to pick up his light arrows. There was definitely a worry that he would go into DTG and get his hovers and leave, and then have to come back here for light arrows later.
He's finally making his way into GTG. Good job, Falcon.
So Falcon and Dotso... Wait, no, Falcon hasn't even done Spirit yet, has he? Or Shadow, I mean.
No, not yet.
Yeah, Falcon ended up falling behind Dotso pretty bad, I guess. They
But it
were
looks
neck and
like-
neck, but
I mean, Dotso is super close to Rob.
yeah, definitely like bad execution and Ganon could give Dotso time to catch up.
Yeah.
Although Dotso does still have to do like the entire dungeon. If he reads that it's Central Pillar Chest and like gambles that early, he can do better.
Yeah, but he'll definitely finish probably pretty close after Rob does.
Yeah, definitely it won't be that much of a difference. And Falcon has found his hover boots. But does he bail? Yeah, I mean, the successful choice here is to bail from GTG right away, but... And I wouldn't be too surprised to see Falcon do that. And it looks like he is potentially doing that. It is a big pain if you have to come back here later, but you have a lot of chests in Shadow Temple to still do, and now they're all open.
Yeah, I mean it's very possible that I mean, obviously we know he's making the good play by doing that, but sometimes it could be like a pain to have to go back there. So
Yeah, a
he's
lot of
choosing to
Frando is
make that
kind of
play.
making the decisions of like, well, it's most efficient to do this, but like if it doesn't end up being this, then like it's really inefficient to come back. It's like what gives me the most checks right now and what gives me the most checks in the long term, and it's like, well, I want to go for right now because I only need one more item and I have a big chunk of checks to do. But it is a lot of like gambles and a lot of like balancing things. But in the meantime, Rob Dog heading to Ganon's castle. Dotso in the central pillar room, gonna go get his boss key. What the hell happened? Fighting Bongo Bongo. Sea Falcon dealing with Abimos. And we got 5 tier 1 subs gifted by Jason Thank you. Thank you for that, my wonderful co-commentator.
I was like, hey, let's spread the love a little bit. Push us that much closer to the 24-hour stream with Trez.
Pain. And yeah, we hit the crowd control race, didn't we? So we have to figure out. Well, at some point that'll get scheduled, I guess.
at some point or another.
It is nice having hovers in Water Temple. Ooh, Dotso falling down.
Alright, so Rob is in Ganon. Not gonna check the validation chest. What a shame.
It's a neat little setup to get back up there from Dotso. I like that. And Rob with Big Goron Sword can just get behind both these Iron Knuckles and crouch stab them a bunch.
And get smacked in the back on the way.
And Rob already has his Ganon killing items equipped. The bottle, the hammer, the light arrows, Big Goron Sword.
And half a magic meter.
It fills up when you talk to Ganon, I think.
Oh.
I know you get fully healed. Because I've grabbed fairies before and then felt really dumb when I got up there. And then felt really good whenever I almost died to Ganon.
Dotso finishing off water here. What the hell's in water right now? Oh, still needs to do Spirit?
Oh, Juke has finished in third with a time of 2:59.15.
Just
in time
under.
For the 3 hour. Which also means, now that we have our first 3 runners, that gives us the average time and the points for everyone. And Rob Dog getting a nice 1 cycle on Ganondorf.
Yep. Yeah, he'll be just past the sub 3.
Rosca Tyrant in 4th with 2:59.44.
Oh.
Another barely under 3 hours. Yeah, if Rob had just galaxy brained his water and just immediately gone central pillar, probably he might have been able to get under 3 hours.
Logic whispered and all that.
But Marco gets 1,065 points for his first place finish. Astor gets 988 for his second place. Juke 946 for his third. Broska Tyrant 943. Marco's previous best result was 1,018, so I think this is Marco's new best score. So Marco is not going to be counting this run. In the meantime, Rob Dog has defeated the first half of Ganon.
Just Dotso's about to enter Ganon's castle.
Sea Falcon and What the Hell's Happened both doing dungeons right now.
Sea Falcon making his way through Shadow. And once he finishes Shadow, it'll be a quick grab the key and then in the central pillar.
So Rob Dog
take care of it.
just gotta get a few more hits on Ganon. So are we... I was gonna say we're gonna need to see another snipe, but...
Snipes it.
But the placement is not as
301.29.
important as the time at this point, remember.
Yeah, I mean, for the qualification, for the bracket, qualifiers, what matters is your time relative to the top three, not your position. So it doesn't matter too much if someone snipes right before you.
But
Rob Dog was 6th.
Engineer 124 got 5th place, 301.29, and Rob Dog, our first featured runner, with 301.50, taking 6th place. Dotso's right behind Rob. I think depending on how they do this, What the Hells could end up getting. I don't know what he still needs to do. Can't quite see.
What the hell? I think he needs to do Spirit after this still? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So Steve Falcon has to finish off Shadow and then go complete Water. What the Hell still needs to finish Water and then do Spirit.
So I don't think Rob's gonna join commentary, but he will be joining stream chat at least, I believe. But congratulations to Rob, first of our featured runners to finish. A solid time. Let me see if I can find what Rob's best finish is. So Rob's previous best finish was a 1,006, so he is not replacing that. But this is his new second place, or second best. And I believe this is Rob's 4th qualifier, just looking at the scores he has in. So it's 4 of his 8 scores. Gotten another solid one in. In the meantime, Dotso has defeated Ganondorf, and now has to fight Pig himself. And hello there, Rob. Congratulations. Rob, you got 931 points.
Let's see what happens with Dotso here. Oh, 10th Doctor taking 7th place, 304.52.
Yeah, we're seeing a bunch of finishes kind of all pretty close. Where were the golds again? Golds were in Spirit, right? Or water, maybe? I forget.
I think they were in water. They were in one of the water chests that Sea Falcon got.
If I remember,
So that
they
meant-
were the river chest.
Yeah, it was the river chest. The person that finished him first was Marco.
And yeah, what about that wasteland chest, Rob? That's what hurt what the hell's happened a lot. That's why he... And in the meantime, Dotso just picked up his Master Sword and is finished. Dotso got sniped though. Capuis
Yeah.
306.20, and then Dotso 9th, 306.25.
Just barely sniped there.
So congratulations to Dotso, the second of our featured runners.
Yeah. What the hell's about to finish up with water here? Sea Falcon not too far behind, or not too far from finishing Shadow here.
Yeah, Dotso with 904 points, just like Capuis. Both got the same number of points. And yeah, this was definitely a well-trapped seed. Everyone could have finished it quite a bit faster if they just never went to the well. You need to believe. It can't be
Yeah,
the well.
because that silver scale was not needed at all. Bloody Biscuits getting 10th place, 307.30.
Hello, Dotso. Congratulations on your finish.
Thank you.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, you were the second of our restream runners behind Rob Dog finish.
Dang it.
You weren't that far behind though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you seem to be close with Sea Falcon, and Rob kind of had a different path to the end than you did. But then you just kind of executioned up and picked... When you picked GTG instead of water, that helped as well.
Yeah, Falcon went through all of water, only to realize that it was Central Pillar had the boss key.
Okay. So this is going to look really suspect because of how I did water, but I knew it was in the Central Pillar because the Zora tunic was in Death Mountain Trail, right? It was the blow-up chest.
Hmm.
Yeah, but so was the lens. So was the
So
lens.
was the
so was
lens
bombs.
and the bomb bag. I was playing all three of those for Way of the Hero. That's why I went to bottom of the well. I took the lens bait to bottom of the well.
Everyone did. It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone on the restream went to the well.
Okay. I think
Just like
Marco
everyone
did.
lost their chicken.
That makes the 20 minutes make sense.
Yeah, what did you think about that wasteland chest, by the way?
That was hilarious. I was just
Yeah,
like, okay, I'm gonna do Child Spirit. I'm here. I might as well, and then just yep.
Yeah, that's what really hurt what the hell happened. He was doing alright, then he just didn't go there after GTG, I think it was, and then he just
Yeah.
never went there again for
Yeah.
a long
So
time.
He was the first one to get his hovers in G, but then didn't go and do that wasteland check to get the letter.
And almost, I think he 100%ed everything he could. I mean, he definitely paused for a while and like had to figure out what he had left. It was unfortunate for him.
All right, so Sea Falcon is gonna head to finish off that. What the hell's is in Spirit, finishing up that to make his end.
So what did you think of the seed in general, Dotso?
I'm like so torn because it's so good, but there's also so much bait. Just all the bait. Like, do you go into Jabu? Do you like do GTG early?
I was surprised looking back that no one did GTG for a long time.
I thought about it real hard, and I'm
Like
just
it
like,
kind of made sense
yeah.
because you always had like something else just like a little bit better, but like
Mhm.
it was open for so long.
Yeah, my thing with GTG was so it was before I had Long Shot and after I had Requiem. I was like, okay, I could do the extension, but Forest and like other stuff that I don't want to run all the way over there.
And watching the seed and commentating, it seemed like the seed started out really good. It was like, we're going to give you a bunch of items and like pretty linear places to go so it's not too hard. And then it was like, okay, now we're just not giving you anything and you have to figure out like what the hell you're doing.
Yeah, it was a weird mix of like, here's no items, here's all the items. Oh yeah, here's no items again. Good luck. Choose correctly.
I don't know. It felt like at the beginning you had like fairly linear, or at least like closed enough that it was pretty easy to tell where to go. And at the very end, it was like that too. But then like this entire middle section, it was just like, yeah, you need to find the wasteland chest. Good luck.
Pretty much, yeah.
As a quick note, Wooden Barrel got a time of 3:10:32.
Not GG. I think this was the best I'd ever read a seed. Because I was taking notes the entire time. SFM was for the song, DMT was for one of those three things. Shadow of Strength, obviously. And then Graveyard stumped me for a while
Din's
until I
fire.
realized it was
Well, Shadow with Strength and Iron.
Shot. True. But you couldn't. Well, no, I guess you could do irons before hovers.
Oh no,
Well,
what is
no,
Sea Falcon doing? He's going back for that one check instead of going Central Pillar.
Oh yeah, so Falcon tried to do the dragon head
Mm.
with scale and couldn't get it, so he's going back there apparently.
He's doing
yeah.
that check instead of getting the Central Pillar check.
And he's going through the river. You can just go from the bottom floor.
You have to lower the water for that, though, so it's.
Oh, do you?
I don't know. It's probably even.
Oh yeah. Chat's asking about the Aponolus pose that you tried to grab.
It was like the one overworld check I'd left. I was like, well, I might as well try on the way.
Yeah, we were like, what's Tatsu doing? Like, you were going like to pick up Burning Cac, but then like you didn't go into Cac. What are you doing? Oh, you're trying to summon the Poe.
Yeah.
Used Pizza getting a time of 3:13:41. It's an interesting name.
Yeah, what Shadow just said. If irons were on pose, then it would have been all dungeons, which would have been a good like avoidance of that because I was wary of that the entire time because it's a Pona song. So I'm like, okay, archery pose.
Yeah. Yeah, hint-wise, we learned all the Way of the Hero hints pretty fast, and then a little bit after that, we learned all the skull hints, and then everything else kind of trickled in after that.
Yeah,
Yeah, all the
surprised-
skull hints being like one right after another.
Yeah. I was kind of surprised at the hints because it was normally you kind of get one or two duplicates and then it's real hard to find the last ones. This one's just like, here's all the information up front.
Oh, I have a question. How did you like those fire arrows on the graveyard not on the Gerudo Valley crate?
Okay, who went back to the valley for that stupid shield?
I know what the hell
Did?
happened did. And I know someone else did. I don't remember if it was you or if it was Sea Falcon.
I
It was
think
me.
everyone actually went back
Okay.
to it.
I couldn't
know
let it
if I-
go.
Except for Rob, because he was the only one that had sticks, even though because he lost his chicken like everyone else did.
Right.
But he had sticks, and he was able to do a recoil to get himself back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Rob did the farm for early Deku Tree.
Yeah,
So-
Rob in his darn early decade. Now that I know that can happen, though, I'm buying sticks every single time. Because I didn't
Yeah.
think about it until just now.
Everyone got hit by that trolley fire arrow.
Mhm.
Yeah, everyone lost their chicken. No one was spared.
That was funny.
Dotso,
And
were
of
you
course,
in
it
the
was a
race
Deku
with-
shield at the other side. Like,
we
Yeah,
didn't
Yeah,
want-
I'm gonna catch all the flack from the hashtag never buy a shield crowd. Because I bought a Hylian shield and then got 2 Hylian shields in a row.
Yep. You already caught some flack in the chat.
Oh, I'm sure I did. It happened. I did Cuckoos because I wasn't originally going to do Cuckoos or Skull Mask, and then there was like nothing in Child. I'm like, okay, I'll just do it. It's not that bad with Sunsong and Prelude, and it's like shield, shield, shield. Okay, shut up, chat. Shield.
trying to remember what else happened to Seed.
My Twin Rova fight was scary.
Oh yeah, if I remember, you dipped into Forest because you didn't have strength at the time, and then you went back for Dodongo's Cavern after, right?
Yeah.
I think Robin, What the Hell both got their strength first and did all of Forest, and then went and they kind of like did the rest of Forest, and then like went over to the crater in Dodongo's Cavern area,
Yeah, that makes sense.
or went over to the crater after because they did Dodongo's
Right.
Cavern.
Yeah, I did what I normally do backwards, and it hurt me, but not that much. Split Forest at the block puzzle isn't so bad.
Yeah, like the early Forest is kind of like early Fire and early Shadow. Like they're so disconnected from the rest of the dungeon that it doesn't feel too bad.
Right.
Which is actually something that you commented about earlier when he did go and do that it's not actually a bad play to dip into Forest early like that. Especially when you end up picking up that hammer.
Yeah, that was useful. That scared me too. I was like, don't make me do fire.
So Sea Falcon is just heading into the Morpha fight as What the Hell's Happened is doing second stage for Twin Rova.
Oh yeah, and those bombs are really late this seed too.
Oh yeah.
I think What the Hell got bomb chews from Zora's River pretty early, but he was the only
Yeah.
one with explosives for a while.
I'm curious if just anyone in the race, would have done the big wallet melt King Zora for Ruto's letter.
the
A
hell
lot of the
happened, did-
features did. Yeah, What the Hell's Happened?
Okay, because I thought about it after the fact. Because I ran by that as child, and like, oh man, if it's the letter, I'm gonna be mad.
Magic was the Crater Fairy, I believe,
Yeah.
and then there was another one somewhere. It was in Fire.
Yeah.
There was another one in like Middle Fire.
And Zura got 319.07, 15th place.
Gonna
And
be a
both What
close
the
one
Hell's Happened
between
and
these
Sea
two.
Falcon are finished with their last dungeons.
One thing that watching felt a little nice is that we got lens and like wallets and tunics pretty early, so the way the hero hints could be trusted a lot more than they usually can. Did you think about that at all, Dotso?
A little bit. Because kind of none of the way of the hero was super trolly. Like, this DMT was just a minefield of grossness, because I don't know what that was. I'm curious to find out if it was actually the tunic, because that would have been hilarious. I guess it couldn't be the tunic because the wallet was whatever.
I'm actually thinking it probably was the bombs. Nobody has found a second bomb bag.
Yeah, I think it was the bombs. I would bet both bags are in the trials, actually.
Exodus got 15th, 320.02. What the hell's happened is just barely ahead of Sea Falcon. And Digital Hobo getting 16th, 320.40. People finishing left and right over here.
So yeah, that's 820 points for Hobo as the most recent finisher. And yeah, this was definitely a seed that I imagine baited quite a few people. Because like you had all the fire open up for a very long time in this seed. Like everyone went to the well in the stream. I wonder if no one on the stream did the first check in Jabu, but I imagine someone will have.
I thought about it for like half a second. But not.
Did you did place Pharaoh's Wind, right? I can't remember.
It was either him or somebody else who went.
Oh, you didn't have it at the time?
Mm-mm. I got a first one like really late.
DRD getting 321.46.
Yeah, Marco managed to not go in the well. That's probably why he won. I just want to say I called the well a trap immediately. I mean, I do that every time, but you know, I was still right.
It was funny because I'm sitting there going, okay, lens is in logic, magic is in logic. One of these things is way of the hero. I'm going to the well, and it's going to be a trap. I just know it. But
I'm going to do it anyway, just to make sure.
Yeah, well, I had nothing else to do at the time was the funny thing. It was like all child stuff or partial dungeons or fire. It's like, okay, well, I'm going to bottom of the well instead of fire.
I think Falcon went into the well without explosive.
I refuse to do that.
Yeah, Falcon went down there without bombs at first.
I just want to point out what the hell has happened is in front of Sea Falcon now.
Yep.
Oh man,
yeah.
yeah.
He made up a ton of time on enemy execution.
Honestly, if Falcon had not gone to do that one check in water and had just gone to the central pillar, he probably would have been ahead.
For sure.
Yeah, I
But
think
he decided to
lost
do the
time.
dragon chest because, I don't know, pride, I guess.
And I think he lost a bunch of time to random execution. Like there was one time I think in Forest Temple where like you were, I think slightly behind, and then like next time we looked, like you had defeated Phantom Ganon and he was just starting it. And it was like, what?
We had Cola with 323.11.
So-
Ryuja, 323.35.
So Dotso, how many qualifiers have you done so far?
This is my 6th.
Your 6th?
Yep, so I got 2 more.
Hey, it's weird. I only see 4 scores for you in the standings, which shouldn't include this one. So
One of them was a forfeit.
yeah, it's a 0.
Oh, okay. Maybe this was my 5th, I don't remember.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's just not updated too.
Mike
There's
Katz,
bots being made, it
323.51.
seems.
So what the hell's happened is on Ganon has his hammer equipped. Trying to think what else was notable that seed. I mean, I guess you got a lot of song knowledge pretty early.
Yeah, I think I knew like 30 minutes in where all of the songs I needed were.
Yeah, because
Like
you got
the Nocturne hint, just that helps.
Yeah, it's the Nocturne hint, and then like the Epona song, and then like you got a lot of warp songs early, like Minuet, Requiem.
Yeah, the early Prelude was nice.
Yeah, Prelude helped everyone that went early adult because you could Prelude during your child one.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got Minuet at Malin, which is always nice. My favorite Malin song.
Yeah, I can see that.
Marco saying it was intense to keep the Cocoa in Gerudo Valley.
I tried so hard.
And What the Hell's Happened is finished in 21st with the time of 3:26:01. And Slivery D right after 22nd with 3:26:08. Both of them with 788 points.
Sea Falcon will be right behind.
Yeah, imagine if the waterfall check was like an actual good item though. Like
I
how
wanted
bad
it
would
to
that
be
feel?
So bad. I wanted it to be like Ruda's letter.
Because at that point you know like anyone that like got it the first time around is like so far ahead of you.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna see What the Hell Happened wants to join in. And Sea Falcon is right, just finishing up right now. A little bit
Yeah.
behind.
That was close.
So all featured runners under 330. Sea Falcon.
23rd place, time of 3:27:16 with 781 points.
There we go.
Sea Falcon said he'll join voice in a sec. Apparently, I'm supposed to ask Sea Falcon about the hammer in forest.
In the meantime, while we wait for them to... 4 wonderful trackers. We had Sheepy Amaya, ZC Kerr, Bleeding Blue, and Tomoltak. All helping out a lot with the tracking today, so thank you all so much for your help.
Why is my name bold in the currently commentating list?
That's
Because it's
you
tagging
bolded
you.
yourself.
Oh, it just always bolds your name?
Yeah, it's because it's showing that you were tagged. It's
weird.
bold. My name is bolded for me, so.
I did not know that.
We had Spudley Man with 328.05, followed by Herd of Bronies 328.17.
This is not actually the fastest all the restreamed runners have finished, I think. I think we've had one where like everyone was under 3 hours. Or like all but one person and like last was like 3:20 or something. But it's definitely pretty fast. Everyone under 3:30.
Yeah, they were all within half an hour of each other.
Do you remember those early 4.0 races, Dotso, where like the first 2 were like crazy fast?
So I was out of town when 4.0 dropped, or like around that time, and I came back and I saw the results of a race. There was like a race happening the day I got back, and somebody finished in like 147. I'm like, what happened to Rando? This is not possible.
I was either commentating or tracking that race when it happened too. And I think when someone finished, that was when one of the restream runners hit go mode.
Can't remember if I was commentating or just watching, but it was entertaining for sure.
Like, what even happened? Like, was just everything in Kokiri Forest? Like, here you go, just do dungeons? Like,
I think it was just like really linear.
yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Like you just went from dungeon to dungeon.
Right.
Yeah, in theory, we should be getting Sea Falcon at some point. What the hell happens that he's not going to join an interview, though?
Oh. Now I'm sad.
So yeah, Don, so I think your best score was like in 1,000 something, so this one will count for you, I think. Unless you do better every time.
My top is like 780.
Is it?
Yeah, this is my first top 10.
Oh yeah, it's a 792, yeah.
I'm a solid 25 place guy. I will 100% every seed, but I will do it rather quickly.
And welcome to the chat, Sea Falcon. Congratulations on your finish.
Thank you.
So what did you think about that seed?
I think I should have never found the gold scale, to be honest. That made me do some really stupid ass things that I had no business trying. If anyone couldn't tell, I may or may not have actually remembered Gold Scale Water Temple too well. And then you need Iron Boots anyway, so yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been so bad if you just didn't spend so much time on that one trick. Unfortunately.
Yeah, and the sad part is after I left, I remembered what I was doing wrong. Because of course.
Gold scale. There was one scale in the well and one somewhere else.
Spirit.
Spirit, yeah.
And yeah. What about that? Oh, go ahead.
Sea Falcon and Dotso, you both were in Spirit doing that. Basically, you picked up this gold scale like right around the same time.
Yeah, and Dotso went to GTG after that, and you went to Water.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what did you think about that Haunted Wasteland chest, by the way? With Rudo's letter in it?
Yeah, that was pretty... surprised me, actually. A lot. It's not where I thought that would be. I still wish I would have kept... It actually rerouted me in a bad way, though. Because I was like, oh, yeah, right, Nocturne's an ice cavern. I'm just gonna take this letter and go. I'll come back to GTG later if I need it. And, I wish I'd kept going to GTG at that point, but it's alright.
I think of the Restream runners, I think you were the first person to find the letter.
Oh, it's interesting. Yeah, well, very obviously first try Reverse Wasteland. Didn't totally accidentally walk around a lever and void out the first time or anything, but... well...
Stupid levers getting in the way.
Yeah.
Apparently I'm supposed to ask you about that hammer in Forest Temple. Someone in chat.
Yeah, so my group of friends and I have this joke where I just flat out hate Forest Temple with a passion. It's long, it's linear, it bores me to sleep every time I play it. And often has nothing in it. Except it did this time, so... I'll leave it alone. I'll leave it alone. That hammer was kind of important.
Yeah, long shot was hiding behind the. Yeah.
The hammer was scary because you're like, oh no, not Fire Temple, and then it turns out the hammer was useful everywhere but Fire Temple.
Yeah, I also remember I got magic off the hammer, I think from the Crater Fairy too, so that was really nice.
Oh, true. Yeah, because the other magic was in fire.
Oh. I see.
You get long shot from the boulder maze with the hammer.
It's fun.
Logically, you need long shot to get to the Wasteland because you need to get through GTG, and that was your only way to cross the bridge. Logically, of course. Realistically, you reverse Wasteland with Requiem.
Yeah.
Now, clearly they were expecting you to all dungeon it and then get opponents song and then use opponent across. That was the
Right.
logic.
I think Boomerang was like in Spirit Temple, I think, or in water, one of the two.
It was in water. I ran into it randomly and immediately had a moment of panic of thinking, oh, don't tell me hovers are behind all dungeons.
It was kind of interesting. You and Dotso kind of took similar routes the entire time, while Rob Dog and What the Hell tended to like come at it from the other angle. If I remember, like I think you went into forest without strength, whereas Rob Dog and What the Hell I think both had strength when they went into forest.
Mm-hmm.
So like they did Dodongo, forest, then like crater area, whereas you did like forest, crater, Dodongo.
Well, I had a slight misunderstanding of Way of the Hero for Sacred Forest Meadow because I took the Song of Storm straight to the well instead of checking the grotto. And
Oh yeah, you did that even
the we-
before you had.
the well like gave me the well. I think the only thing I found there was a slingshot, which meant nothing. So
And a scale,
oh, was that what
which
there
was-
scales? I could. Oh yeah, that's true.
which was apparently worse than nothing.
Well, based on what I did, yes.
Yeah, if you hadn't gone into well to get the scale there, it probably would have changed your routing a little bit.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I was fully intent after I beat water. If I could get the boss give the gold scale, I was going to GTG to look for hovers at that point anyway. So
Yeah, until you found the gold scale there, it was like, well, GTG is the obvious next place to go, and we knew hovers was there. But then you found the scale, and it's like, well, do you go to water or do you go to GTG? And I feel like both plays made sense.
right, I had no intention of digging water for items. I was just gonna get the boss key, beat Morph, and get out of there. But obviously, that Central Tower again.
Everyone's favorite. Now we're just getting people finishing left and right.
We're not even
Yep.
halfway through though.
Yeah, Fig was 30th, Flagrama 31st, and J Lineback 32nd. 733, 723, and 721 points, respectively. How many races have you done for the qualifiers, Falcon?
So this was my 5th one.
Okay, so you have 3 more that can count.
Yeah. I'm admittedly hoping. I don't know how many points I got for this one, but my performance feels like this was a throwaway. But
You got 781 points for this one.
oh, that's actually my 3rd highest. Never mind.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait. Yes, yeah, you did.
Okay, never. Okay, so I guess if it is a throwaway, that means my next 3 races are going to be amazing then. Oh, it's alright.
Just be glad that you didn't miss out on the Wasteland chest for a long time. What the hell's happened had that happen to him? And ended up, like, clearing everything else he could. Like, he went back for Child Chickens and Skull Mask and Waterfall. Oh,
yeah.
I forget, did you go back for the Gruta Valley Waterfall?
No, I'm not gonna lie. I had some very unsavory words for what happened there, and I'm very considering now just buying a Deku stick before ever going there anytime now, so I can recoil so that never happens.
First, we had the Great Skullmask reroute. Now we have the Great Deku Stick reroute.
just in case there's an ice trap that steals your chicken.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. I don't know, cause I'm notoriously bad at button mashing anyway. I don't know if you might be able to mash fast enough to get out of that and still get the chicken, but I certainly can't.
Apparently Marco was able to make it.
Yeah,
But
you
it
could mash
sounded
fast
like-
enough and then trap it against the wall.
It sounded like he felt he was really lucky that he didn't lose the chicken.
Yeah, you would be. Because they
Yeah.
run away very quickly. So you'd have to, like... it'd be tight.
Yeah. And actually, all of the runners that we featured lost their chicken to that ice trap. Rob did a farm for early DQ, so he had DQ sticks when he was there. So he was able to recoil back. But everyone else did not.
Yeah, I was certainly starting to get worried that was actually like where the bomb bag or something was until I actually found the bomb bag, so
But yeah, Dotso and what the hell happened both went back for it. It was just a DQ shield. Which, I mean, would have been convenient to have at the time. So do either of you have anything else you want to say about the seed or the race or anything in general?
nah, I think I've covered everything that happened.
I need to practice glitchless PG.
Glitchless what?
Glitchless Phantom Ganon, one cycle.
Anything for Rob? I can't think of anything offhand.
Yeah, nothing really comes to mind.
I mean, the main logic weirdness was like the gauntlets in Shadow Temple, if they weren't in the first two chests, couldn't be there. Unless there was another one.
And then the siege just started, really nice, started giving out the items
Oh.
pretty easily, and then
You
And
know, I
then
just
it just
realized
kind
too.
of died away.
I just realized too. I should have known Iron Boots were actually in Shadow, because I don't think the gauntlets actually were Way of the Hero in hindsight. Because I found the gold ones in in Water Temple, and I think you could have gotten Longshot and Iron Boots without actually.
Were they in water? I thought they were in spirit.
Gold gauntlets were in water. They were in the river chest, I'm pretty sure.
Well, River Chest was locked behind spirit because you need the song.
Oh yeah, never mind. Right, I forgot where Song of Time was. Ignore me. Look, I actually, even though on my tracker early in this heat, I had Shadow and Spirit flipped in my head anyway.
Guys, you're trying to do spirit logic, just run away. It's the only safe option.
No, this is the easy spirit logic. You can't clear spirit without silver gauntlets. That's all we need to know.
Easy spirit logic is a misnomer and an oxymoron.
No, spirit logic's not too bad unless it involves keys. Or, anything other than completing the dungeon.
Yeah, I've never.
Anything more complicated than you need silvers and mirror to beat the dungeon. And maybe
Right.
Requiem is black magic.
Looks like the bot decided to do something.
Oh. No one has any points anymore. Amazing.
What happened to the sixth qualifier? We don't know, man. It just stopped.
Oh
working.
yeah, it's because when Glitchy did that negative 20-minute finish
Oh
in
yeah.
IRC.
I'm sure Trez is just gonna yell at him. It's like, dude, stop.
I mean, that's not actually what it is, but that would be kind of hilarious.
Yeah, it'd be funny.
It's like, well, the successful time was negative, which means no one gets points.
Really bringing down that average.
Yeah.
How can we compete? Did you see Glitchy doing ready on ready, ready on ready, ready on ready just to mess with the bot?
Yeah. Please.
Are you planning on doing any other races this weekend? I know we've got the 2 weeklies and then one on Monday, I believe.
So I'm gonna be busy tomorrow night and Sunday. A European weekly. I'm sorry, but I wake up at 3 p.m. every day, so 9 a.m. doesn't quite work. So I will be back Monday for that one.
I might be around on Monday as not facing, but doing something.
I have to figure out if I actually want to join any of these races or not.
Do it. Do it.
The points have returned.
Yay. And we're at, is that 42 racers have finished? 43 racers have finished. It's okay, Arctic Wolf.
Okay, well, I think we're about wrapped up now. Any final thoughts before we finish things off? Or anything else we need to do?
Oh look, I've been told that I'm tracking on Monday.
Amazing.
Spoiler alert!
So, any last words for anybody before I find somebody to send us off to?
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
CSR love.
If Lost had her way, we would be singing Living on a Prayer right now.
Only because we're halfway there.
I don't think that was even Lost's idea. I think that was someone else.
No, it was Lost who posted it. But yeah, with this one ending,
Yeah, I
we are
guess-
officially halfway through our qualifier.
Alright, if nobody has anything else, then we might as well wrap this up.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for the trackers. Thanks for hosting and commentating with me. Thanks for watching, all you cute chat.
Where would we be without our chat?
Probably still here.
So, yep, the next race is tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific, and it'll be here on ZSR like the others. And with that, it's a good time to send you all off, and thank you for joining us tonight.
Unacceptable.
Yeah, I think you cut yourself when you changed the scene.
You did.